Yeah, boy, how's it going, everybody? It's Bear Gunsin here with another podcast, but this time back in VR. Hope y'all will enjoy this episode of the Bear Gunsin podcast, and let's get right into it. On my left here is the one and only co-host of Turbo Heart, and next to him would be one and only Sposh Marmalade and Frogger. Frogger is new to the podcast, so welcome aboard. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. So, Frogger, would you like to talk to us about yourself? Introduce yourself to the audience.
I'm Frog Plushy, and I'm confused all the time. I think that about sums it up right there.
That's such a good sentiment.
People say I'm smart. I don't believe it. I'm just confused.
I mean, you're able to change your socks, off and on.
I realized I didn't turn it off. There we go.
Yeah, I was like, you're going into like Terminator mode over here.
Sorry. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, Turbo's going into Terminator mode while, Frogger's explaining herself and changing socks in the middle of this whole process.
Socks?
Changing socks?
Yeah, I mean,
socks?
Yeah, on the camera, it's showing that your socks are coming on and off.
Yo.
Oh, man. Yo, I got teleporting socks, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's awesome.
that's lit. Future. Teleporting socks, out with the old, in with the new, in a snap of a finger. Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah, regular
It's just
socks.
just not this one, alright? Not a snap of these ones.
Yeah.
But, anyways, how's everyone's day going so far? It's Friday. Happy Friday.
3 hours ago.
Today's the last Friday. The last Friday of the year. This is crazy.
Yay, I hate
This is it.
2022.
This is it.
Wait, is
Got
it?
one more day left. Yeah.
I
it's
hate
Friday.
2022.
The
Fuck
New Year's Eve.
2022.
Tomorrow is
Fuck
New
it
Year's
in the
Eve.
ass.
This is the last well, Mermaid, some people might think that's a good thing, so you gotta be more
Wait,
clear
what's a
with
good
that.
thing?
But yeah, so
What's a good thing?
this is the last podcast of the year.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
I know, right? Very crazy, man. Didn't think we'll get this far, been mixing it up with VR and, the Facecam podcast. So
Did we find out what episode it is?
Nope.
Are you?
But
are you
eventually it
confused?
will.
We're far though.
We
past
are
50,
pretty
right?
far.
We're
We are
past 50.
yes, we are way past 50.
Pretty
It
dope.
definitely past 50.
I haven't been here in a while. I have a question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Did you just reboot the whole series?
No. More like just continuing it because and postponing it here and there because
But is it?
I'm
But
busy.
like, it's at 50. But weren't we at 50 a couple months ago?
No, well, we're not at 50 now. We're saying that we're past 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're past
So after
that's what I'm saying. We're
50
definitely
Yeah.
past 50.
So after 50, you lost kind of. You got confused.
Wait, what? Yep,
Yes,
well,
he got-
everybody, we are going to episode 50 again. Woo!
Yeah.
Also, forget how to count past 50. It's fine.
Yeah, because we don't have 50 fingers, so we can't count past that, all right?
I know how it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 53, 69. I'm so confused.
Yo, Dr. Pepper, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, my dude.
Hey!
Yeah, boy, appreciate it. Also, small thumb here, big thumb over here.
Yeah, boy.
So, Turbo, would you like to
Yo.
talk about some developments going on with the new film known as Wing
Tell
of
me.
Diapers? I mean, Wing of Change?
Wing of diapers. Yes. So a lot of development
Is
is
the
coming
trailer
through.
out?
There's the trailer is not out, the teaser's not out.
I'm
It's
killing
gonna
you.
be out. However, we've been running some tests. So I know a lot of people wanted to be pilots on it, but it does require quite a bit of skill to be a pilot on it. So we're running this program called Top Dog, which is really cool. And we're holding 4 classes. I try to hold up 4. There we go. We're holding 4 classes. However, we've already
does
did
that
2
mean?
classes, so there's 2 classes left. That's what I'm going to explain now. So the class, it's called Top Dog, and what happens is there's 3 exercises, and we have people participating, and they pretty much have to pass 3 tests essentially. And if you pass the 3 tests and you do everything correct, you make it to the elite class of flying in VR, which is Top Dog. I don't think anyone else has done this. I think that we're the first ones to do it in Vrchat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't think there's no other what's it called, like elite class like this. So this is big, and this is technically the first class to do it. So yeah, we actually had a full class on the first class, and only 3 people made it onto Top Dog. And the second class was also filled. We actually had like too many people for that showed up. We didn't have enough jets. And for that, we're still actually tonight the people will be announced. But yeah, a lot of people don't make it. It's really tough. Bear, actually, you got to finally see the class, right? I mean, it's not easy. It is tough. And you know what it is too, because it tests more than just skill. It tests like your teamwork and your communication skills. So if you can fly through buildings and everything, that's cool. But if you can't communicate that, I mean, it's no good. So
Can I ask a question?
yeah, sure.
Are you doing these classes for your movie?
Yes. Yep. So the movie, this is it's a double thing. So the class is for the movie, but it's like we're using the class for the movie, right? Because if you can pass this class, it means I can use you for flying in the movie. It means that you're gonna listen, you know how to do things. I don't have to explain it to you because flying jets is hard. It's not easy. It's pretty tough. It's easy to get in the air and do your thing, but actually doing certain stunts and formations is pretty tough. So we just made this program,
for sure.
and yeah, it is. It's tough, and like I said, we made this program for the
This makes
movie,
more
but
sense
this is
now.
pretty cool because this is the first program, just in general. Even if we didn't have the movie, it's good to have this program just to kind of identify, like, hey, like in VR chat specifically, we have a elite school like class for people that they know they're good at flying jets. They can try out for this. And then you get an insignia at the end of the class. If you make it to Top Dog, you get your specialized insignia that will have your name on it and the year. So it'll show that you have that badge, like, well, it's something hard to get. It's not easy. Like I said, it's pretty tough. And it kind of sucks because I kind of wish I could just give out the badges, like, yeah, you get one,
Right.
you're cool. Like I appreciate everybody being there, but it is a tough class and it does take a lot to pass. So, but other than that, we got that down. The script is almost done. The script is a lot. Look, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I used to think scripts were kind of easy to write. They are hard to write. There's so many rewrites. They are hard. Yeah, you need weeks. Someone that makes a script in one day, I give them props. There's so many character changes and story changes, but I gotta say the script idea, the whole timeline that we have is looking awesome. Bear kind of knows a little bit about it. I've actually explained kind of what the timeline's gonna be, but the movie is gonna be awesome. And if it does succeed, we're gonna make 3 movies total. I'm actually
Yeah,
excited.
boy. It's gonna be so exciting. It's gonna blow your socks off. You'll be like,
Literally.
I
And and actually, on another note, to kind of celebrate that, yesterday something big happened. On top of we had Top Dog yesterday, but something big happened yesterday night. Yeah, overnight, at some point, we finally hit over 1 million views on the first Top Dog video. The first, Wings of Change video. We hit 1 million views on TikTok. So I was actually really excited about that. Yeah, that's a big feat, guys.
1 million,
So
yo.
Can I just say about the script part that I remember when people were talking about and getting upset how it only took 6 weeks they only took 6 weeks to write the script of the first Suicide Squad movie, and that was a red herring. So it's a good idea to take your time with scripts to make sure there's not any plot holes or it's not boring or something. So it's okay to take your time.
You ever seen The Room?
The
movie?
The Room. It's a movie written.
I've never seen it.
This man decided that he was going to write the script, direct the movie in it, and it was the worst movie ever. The worst movie ever. And there's lines like "You're tearing me apart, Lisa," stuff like that. And the movie itself is horrible.
Wait, hold on. Is that the one? Is that the guy? Hold on. I think I know what movie you're talking about. They like made fun of it.
Yeah.
And then they made a movie about that horrible movie.
Yeah, I watched it.
Seth Rogen? Was Seth Rogen? Yeah?
I don't think it was Seth.
So bad it was good. But anyways, because the guy didn't listen and didn't listen when it came to like the plot.
Is Frog cutting in and out for you guys?
Yeah,
It might be.
she is.
It sounds like you're really far away, Frog. It might be the wrong
I'm
mic.
sorry, Frog.
It could be.
There's only one way to fix that problem.
Oh
with
no.
balance.
No. Can they see that? Can Quest users see that?
Yeah, they can.
It lags me really hard though.
Maybe because it's like the power of the sun coming down.
Well, to them, it looks more like a black hole than the sun, but I mean, it's about the same thing,
You
right?
hear me when I bring my mic up like this.
Oh yeah, it's better.
It's better. I
Yeah.
could my mic right now. You probably could still not hear me.
I mean, you might want to you might want to eat the mic first and then test it out. But
there we go.
Okay, now you're sounding like dispatch. But yeah.
So what were you saying?
All right. Yeah, continue.
With intent.
Yeah, the movie's really good because it's horrible, but the reason it's so bad is because the guy didn't take enough time to actually write a script, and he didn't listen to anybody, and he didn't get focus groups together. He was like, "This is great, let's do it, let's make it a movie."
Oh, so sorry.
Oh.
He even funded his own movie. He funded it, he directed it, he wrote it. So it was a bad movie.
Jeez.
It's terrible, huh? But what also did he have an issue? Wasn't he
not a clue?
He was. Yeah, he definitely. What is happening?
Come on, Turbo.
I'm sorry, it's my
Turbo.
the drag, whatever the thing on my left controller. Yeah, stick drift. Yeah, I think he had some kind of impediment or something too, right? He wasn't all there. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have impediment, maybe which was high all the time.
This is the first time I'm hearing about that.
Yeah, no, I think he had something. There was just he wasn't fully there, but yeah, I mean he funded it and everything, but it was bad, right? It was pretty terrible.
The worst. You can. I've turned my hand tracking on so you can see that I'm holding my microphone. Because I'm sitting in my bed, so I'm not over at my desk where my good microphone is. So I've got this
Now, why are you on the bed? Did you tell everybody what you just went through? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I just had surgery 2 days ago now. I went in to get a diagnostic surgery for endometriosis and a biopsy on my uterus. So
God damn. Went in for surgery.
Can I ask what that is?
48 hours later.
Yeah. Well, what?
Can I ask what that is?
Endometriosis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Endometriosis is a condition where the tissue that builds up inside the uterus every month, the lining of the uterus that we shed. Endometriosis is when that lining grows on the outside of your uterus in different parts of your body as well. So they'll go in and they'll find this endometrium lining on your bladder or on your abdominal wall or on the outside of your uterus where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah. So what happens?
It just causes pretty intense pain. Some people, they don't feel any pain. Some people feel a lot of pain. I personally get pain, but turns out I don't actually have it. So, hey.
Wait, you don't have the disease?
No, that's why I went in for the surgery. It was to diagnose whether or not I had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have it?
No, I don't. They didn't find any lesions or deposits, which is why they took the biopsy of my uterus to see if the pain that I've been experiencing is for something else.
I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hope the best for your recovery from the surgery too.
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean,
if you don't recover, here. I'm actually going to come to your house.
Do it. I challenge you.
Man.
Okay, I'm here. Like, what?
Yeah, like peekaboo.
Who are you? Like, it's me. I told you I'd come to your house. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Ray, hello, welcome aboard. Also, Turbo, thanks for the raid of 2.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
That way I can host your channel. I think that they got rid of that. Like, you can't host anymore. It's just raids.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, the thing too, even with Discord, dude, I noticed it was really strange that they changed. So before, whenever you would create your own VC, you'd be able to modify it, like the amount of users that can join and all that. But now you have to have 2-factor authentication in order to use that function now.
Yes, yep. That's what I had to do that on ours. We had to turn on 2-factor authentication for a lot of things, but something big happened to the server. I'll tell you once you finish. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you're good. But there's another thing that we could discuss later. But you go ahead and go on with your discoveries about the 2-factor authentication.
Yes. So, a while back, Discord reached out to us to be part of a beta program. I think they reached out to several hundred communities, right?
Ooh.
And then if you get accepted, you can do you could participate in this program. And luckily for us, we did get accepted. So we got accepted, but then they pretty much lifted, and I think any community can do this, but they kind of raised what you needed to do. Luckily we got in before everything was raised. But essentially we will have you won't have to do Ko-Fi or Patreon anymore. You can do it directly through Discord. Pretty soon it's gonna be right through Discord. Yeah, that's gonna be big. So we're gonna set that up for 2023. So if you want to be a main supporter, you may no longer have to even go to Patreon. You don't even have to go on to Ko-Fi. You can just do it through Discord. You can use your Nitro. You can do you know what I mean. Then all that can go through, and you can show support that way. It's gonna be pretty dope. We're still working through it, but yeah, we had to turn our server and get it way more secure. They made us turn on 2-factor authentication. We had to put some tax ID stuff, and so everything's going good. I'm actually really excited for that because that's gonna help a lot, honestly. Because I know a lot of people want to help out, but they just not a lot of people use Ko-Fi or Patreon. Some people just simply use Discord and Twitch or maybe just YouTube or something. So it's coming.
Right.
It's definitely coming.
Dude, that's going to be some pretty big changes going on.
Yeah. Yep. Really excited.
Speaking of new changes, so remember how we were discussing about the new development of full body tracking? Mm-hmm. So I looked it up on the one that Sony was developing, and apparently it's gonna be looks like it's more marketed towards the VTuber aspect more than regular gaming, for full body tracking. And so I looked at it, they're really small, really pin size small circles. Awesome. And yeah, it's a lot lightweight, a lot more lightweight compared to Vive trackers. But so far it is currently only for mobile use and only going to be sold to the Japan market. And as far as any notice of further marketing outside of Japan is unknown at the moment. But it does seem like a pretty cool concept. The way the trackers work though, which is definitely something completely different from the setup that we got here. So instead of using a VR headset as one of the trackers for your head, they have a tracker that just goes around like a band that you just strap around your head. 2 on your wrist. 1, they put it behind on the rear side of the hip. And then they got 2 going down on the ankles. So they got their 6 points tracking, but just without the VR headset. Yeah, no headset. Yeah. Connects to the phone. Apparently they have an application that'll work alongside with the trackers that you sync up with them, and then you could pretty much do full body VTubing which or VTubering, however you want to say it, and yeah, it seemed pretty cool. From the video, I'm not sure if that is an exact representation of what it would be like, or if it's just them kind of throwing out a great looking PR type of
true.
You know what I mean?
So I mean, right now that exists, right, in the U.S., just not that easy. So if you want, and so because we've been playing with motion capture and things, I have an extra tracker. Like if you want to do motion capture instead of wearing the VR headset, you just put a Vive. You put a band on your head, and you put the Vive tracker on your head. You know what I mean? But obviously, what happens, right, is that the Vive tracker is pretty big. It's like the size of a hockey puck. Where the new Sony ones that Bear was talking about, those are like literally like the size.
It's like a button, like a pin button.
Yeah, a button, literally like a big like a t-shirt button, not a t-shirt button, like
a jacket button or
like a jacket button, or like a suit button. You know what I mean? Something like that. The
size of your thumb, they're really small. Yeah,
it'd make it a lot more comfortable and doable to do. So I really hope Sony brings it over. I'm gonna start looking on eBay, especially after the holidays, see if maybe somebody is selling it on the Japanese eBay, and sometimes you can actually just have them, pay the extra shipping to have them ship it over. I will say this: have you guys ever ran into an issue where you get a product or a game or something where it's either in another language, usually Japanese, and you're trying to figure it out? Like, have you guys run into that issue?
Nope.
I get if you go on a web page, you can use like Google Translate, right? And it'll translate it. But have you ever had like a product or something like, oh my God, like what? That you can use your phone, right? Because I did this at the arcade. There was a Japanese arcade game that, it was so cool. It was like really, it's kind of like Beat Saber, but you're using your hands and tapping things. But it was all Japanese, and it was so cool. They had all kinds of techno and all this. So I didn't know what it was. It was all in Japanese. So I used my phone, and there's an app that translates everything that is on the camera in real time. So I was using my phone to see like, oh, that means start, like that means pause, that means go. And you can do that. So if you ever get a product that's
pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure it works with any language, but I used it for Japanese. If you ever run into that issue, you can use your phone, use the Google Translate app, and there's like a little camera thing. It'll give you like a live view of it. I think it's only on Android phones, but it works really good.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah.
So I'm visually impaired. I'm legally blind. But one of the things that I was given from an agency that I was worked with was a program called Seeing AI.
Okay.
And it's literally an AI that I can put my phone over a document and it'll read to me what's on the document.
What?
So I don't even have to read the document. So like
that is cool.
Yeah, or like I could take a picture of a $20 bill and it'll tell me that it's a $20 bill. And now I don't need that extent of help, obviously, since I'm in VR and like participating in visual things. But
yep.
If I were to need it, I wouldn't have to worry about giving someone a wrong bill. I could just be like, wait, hold on, let me check this bill. $1 bill, like nice, cool, here you go. Like
yeah, yep.
I literally only use my phone for Instagram and Discord.
Well, if you ever need to use a translator, you can.
Yep, there you go.
Think about it.
I mean, honestly, translators come in handy, even in the work areas where sometimes you may bump into someone that speaks a certain language that is not commonly used, in your area. You just maybe someone that's like kind of passing by, like, oh shit, what language is that? And then you kind of translator, record the voice. Oh, okay, that's that language. Okay, cool. Yeah. Understand this? Boom, there you go. And luckily, sometimes it may act up here and there, but then for the most part, it does work out. And people, who speak that particular language that you're trying to translate do tend to understand it, pretty easily. So
coming back to the full body tracking, there is a full body tracker that I was looking into. I think it's called Slime VR. Have you guys heard of it?
Oh, yes.
So yes. I heard that
works really well. Is it a bunch of slime?
No, it's so they're like these little round discs. They're not big like the Vive
made of
trackers.
Slime?
No, they're not made of slime, unfortunately. But they're these just round discs that you put on like the locations of a normal tracker. And apparently they work really well with Quest.
Yeah, I've heard of that. But last time I looked, now they could have updated the website, but the last time I checked, that they were still on pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. Which,
I don't know. I think so. I think that's the case still. I've just been kind of peeking in on them now and then. I've also been like looking into that software that they're developing currently in Meta.
mm,
Do you know about it?
you talking about like
Where they
the
use the
Horizon and
cameras.
all?
So Meta is developing a software for Quest
Okay.
where they'll use the cameras for full body tracking.
Oh, you know what? Yes, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
And I've seen like a short clip of them trying to experiment with it, like their kind of trial phase of their full body tracking. And from the videos, it seems like it does
I mean,
a
it looked
decent
like it was
job.
working pretty well.
Yeah, it looked like it. My only concern, though, is the fact. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more improvements down the line, and I'm only assuming it'll have to be from physical hardware more than software, because there's only so much that you can do to improve on a software to the point where the hardware that it's currently on is no longer, capable of containing any new upgrades for software.
Well, that's
Because
what I'm feeling right now with the hand tracking. Like you can see that
yeah,
I'm using it now.
you're right. Oh yeah, here, let's show the stream. There you go.
So I'm using
Zoom in
hand
on-
tracking.
and that's with your Quest 2, correct?
Yeah, with my Quest 2, and they're using
Okay.
it. I just opened up the menu, but they're using the cameras to see what my fingers are doing. So like,
Yeah. Now I've tried using that for a while. When I was out, traveling, and I brought my Quest 2 with me, I wanted to experiment a little bit with the hand tracking, and it seemed pretty, clean. Just as similar as my index controllers that I'm using right now. The only issue, though, that I would say that I had with the hand tracking was that if the lighting wasn't enough for the cameras to see your hands, that
it screws
would
up.
be the main issue there, and which is the one thing that concerns me when it comes to using cameras.
Yeah.
From the headset to utilize for full body tracking, it's like if
Well, I've
it could.
discovered one thing is true. The more you use the hand tracking, the more your headset learns, and the easier it is to track you.
Interesting.
And once you find the sweet spot, obviously, like yes, you have to have a lot of light. Like if you don't have enough light on in the space that you're using, you're screwed. Can't use it very well because it's gonna glitch. But once you get the
Yeah.
sweet spot with the light, the more you use it, the more it learns. So like it's tracking my hand pretty accurately right now. Like every movement I'm doing is accurate to what I'm actually doing in real life.
Yeah, and it does seem that way too.
Yeah, but the problem is like if I move my head slightly and lose one of my hands, I could be in the middle of doing something and by hand.
Yeah. No, yeah,
So.
I can see that.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things. Like I said, I'm pretty sure if they do go with this camera full body tracking, it's gonna definitely have to be an upgraded, hardware. At least I would think so, because just of seeing how it currently is. But not to say that maybe their next update may be a decent improvement with the way the cameras are able to track your body and all that. But
Part too, so like accessibility to people who can't afford the Vive trackers and stuff.
True. But, I mean, honestly, and I don't think that will be too bad of an option, especially for those who are, maybe, kind of interested in getting into full body. Like, you know what? Hey, now I have an opportunity to kind of test it out, and then maybe they'll kind of venture into the whole 360 Connect sensor full body, which I have done before. It's decent. Also, same thing like the Quest, because it runs off of a camera more than actual like infrared lasers like the base stations and the Vive trackers do. Which the Connect does also require lighting, enough lighting and space. But I would say, hey, like for once it comes out, I say, why not try it out? I mean, I'd try it out myself because I still have my Quest 2, so I'll try it out. See, just to kind of see what it's like and kind of, give my thoughts about it in another episode. But Yeah, that was like my main concern is just tracking issues.
Well,
But-
apparently you can use your like phone camera or computer webcam as a
Oh,
second as like an out exterior camera to help improve the tracking as well. I was talking to someone about it the other day. In VR, they were using their cell phone as a tracker for their hips.
Yeah, I've seen that.
interesting.
Remember,
So-
I think Rue and Inkles did that.
Wait, did
They
they?
would use their they
Yeah.
would use what's it called? Like I've seen it where someone their controller died, so they were using one hand and they were using a cell phone as the other hand, but they couldn't like
Mm.
grip anything. It was just like
That's
like you can use it as
crazy.
one more tracker. Yeah, you use the phone as one more tracker.
And is that
So-
all for the Quest? Like that you're able to utilize your phone and all that?
Well, I think the person I was talking to said they were doing it on Quest.
Okay.
There's kind of a lengthy process to it, and you got to have a good enough computer if you're going to be doing it through your computer. Like you can't just use your laptop because unfortunately Quest has to have specific you have to have a specific GPU to match the Quest in order to actually connect it to your computer. Now they're commonly used GPUs, so it's easy to like get them. But if you have a laptop, the likelihood of your laptop having a matching GPU is like much lower than a towered computer.
For sure.
Yep. That is true. Yeah, because a lot of GPUs in laptops will be like mobile versions, and they'll use like mobile drivers and stuff, but it's not really usually like a popular one, 3080M versus like a 3080. The 3080M will be like supported, but I mean, some people still run like GT, not even GTX, just like GT 720s and stuff like that, and then the company will make like their version to make it like fit in the laptop. It's a mess. Just get a desktop.
Yeah, I mean,
Anytime someone says like I'm gonna get a laptop for VR, like don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna run into issues. You're
I have
literally
a laptop for work.
destroying your video card. You have what?
I have a laptop for work, like homework,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got an actual computer, a desktop computer coming in soon. Actually, it should be here like the 3rd or 4th.
Oh, snap.
So I used to have a desktop computer, but it crapped out on me because it was old.
Mhm.
And I was young when I got it, so I didn't maintenance it at all. So I'm getting a new one. It's cheap. It's not like an expensive computer, but it's enough to run my basic games that I play. I don't play very heavy games. And I'm a baby streamer, so I don't plan on like making any heavy content. So so it's like it'll do its job just fine, and the GPU in it can connect to the Quest, and so I'll be able to like be a PC
VR.
Quest, PC/Quest user, because if you connect your Quest to your PC, you can go into PC only worlds and you can go into Quest only worlds.
We did that. We did that for a bit. Yeah, we're like the first ones. Remember, like I remember that was like it was like such an unknown thing. Like virtual desktop was just starting to. I don't even think it had the same icon. Virtual desktop had like a different icon.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
AirLink wasn't even out yet.
Nope.
You only had virtual. If you didn't have virtual desktop, you couldn't use PC VR. Now you have AirLink, which is free. But I still heard virtual desktop is still better.
Yeah,
I saw something about that. What is it?
So virtual desktop is basically like it was the original AirLink, but what you can do with the virtual desktop is not only play Steam VR games wirelessly with your Quest 2, but you can also like operate your desktop and pretty much operate your whole computer with your VR headset, wirelessly.
Pretty cool.
But the only downside of it is that you had to have really good Wi-Fi, because if you did not, it would not function very well. Like I've tried it myself, and operating the desktop was perfectly fine, but then once it came to actually playing games with it, it would drop frames like crazy because of the
AirLink,
right? No, on the virtual desktop.
Oh yeah,
because my Wi-Fi wasn't that great at the time.
Yeah, you have to have good Wi-Fi with even AirLink. Oh, actually, if you have it connected with USB, it's better, but then you're limited to the USB cable. And from what I heard, it drains the battery no matter what.
Yeah. So when I first got the Quest 2, I've tested that on day one. so I let the entire thing drain, and it was plugged in. And we're like in the middle of a session and completely conked out, like right there, like the moment it went to 0, that was it. Even when it was plugged in.
So how long were you able to use PC VR on a Quest while it's plugged in?
So I haven't. It's been a while since I've done it, but the last time I was on it, I was able to last for a good 6 to 8 hours with it plugged in.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Good game session. Yeah, that's a good game
for
session.
sure. And that's been plugged into the PC. But if you had it plugged into the wall, it can last much longer.
Much longer, yeah. But then that's the thing. Then you can't be in PC VR.
Right, you can't be in PC VR, correct.
So if you have really good Wi-Fi, then usually, like, if you have your own router in your house, and either way, you don't have a lot of people connected to it. If you have good Wi-Fi, you could probably use just virtual desktop and not have to worry about running a cable to your computer. You could just run the cable to a battery pack or something. You could stay on. But if you don't have good Wi-Fi, then use the cable, and you can use any USB-C cable. I know I constantly hear all the time, oh, I want to run PC VR, but I'm saving up $80 to buy the Oculus Quest cable. Do not buy the Oculus Quest cable.
No, it's not worth it.
No different.
Do not.
It's
go
no
to
different.
Amazon. It's no different. Go to Amazon, get the USB-C USB cable, and it's the same thing. It's $15, right? $15 for like a 15-foot cable.
Yeah, you can like around $10 to $15. I mean, you can even get the Amazon Basics cable. Like, it's the USB-C to USB 3.0, and it has to be USB 3.0. If you go 2.0, you can probably get away with it, but 3.0 you'll be a lot better process, a lot smoother, gaming.
It's like $10-15. Do not buy the $80 one. Don't do it.
There's been times where I was tempted to buy it, but one of my friends, though, long ago, like when the Quest 2 just came out, was like, dude, like, they're telling me that because they have the index, and they bought it, for as like a charging cable, pretty much, for one of their devices, and they're like, yeah, it's not worth it.
No different.
It's no different. It's no different. Yeah.
Well, and you can get a $15 cord on Amazon that's faster charging as well.
True. Yeah.
You could get, but in reality, I mean, not for nothing, guys, but USB standards can only go so much. Like it'll say the cable can handle a certain amount of charge, but you can only go so much. No matter what, the program's always going to limit how much of a voltage and amperage that's going to send through there. So don't fall for the cable. The technique that they use when they make cables is, oh, this can go up to 6 volts or this and that versus just 1.2. Yes, the cable can be made for that. They can make a cable as thick as they want, but it's only going to push whatever is sending. You know what I mean? It's not no. Trust me, Quest in no way, shape, or form are they going to say, yeah, you know what? Send full max voltage to their headset to charge it. They're not going to do that.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, they're going to assume that everyone has a shitty cable. And it's going to send like just the same amount, 1.2 volts max. That's it. So just get yourself the Amazon Basics cable. What you really want to worry about is, one, the cable itself, like if you want the L or if you want the straight. And honestly, buy yourself like 2 cables just in case something happens to one. Buy yourself 2. It's going to get used. It's going to move around. Even I have an index.
And abused.
Yes, it is.
Used and abused.
A phone charger for my Quest right now.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, I used Amazon Basic cables for the longest time. I even use Amazon Basic cables to charge my my controllers. At the time when I was using the Vive ones, I used those, and then also for my Vive trackers, I use Amazon Basic cables. Work perfectly fine.
Yep. Amazon Basic cables are awesome.
Getting rechargeable batteries for my Quest, because unfortunately, the unfortunate thing about Quest controllers is they have to take batteries.
Yeah, true. You can get rechargeable batteries for it.
I'm looking into rechargeable batteries right now, so that because that's a lot of waste. That's a lot of battery waste.
It is.
They burn through them so fast.
Yeah. You know what too? Not for nothing. I've gone through that like battery thing for tools that I use. It is worth getting the Energizer batteries versus just like generic Chinese, just rechargeable batteries. I've had actually a lot better results with the Energizer batteries, to the point like where like I just it's worth the extra money. Like you can get rechargeable Chinese batteries with a charger for like $10, and then like the Energizer one will be like 30. But I will say this, like in the beginning, they'll be great. But after like 3 months, the cheaper ones, they lose like their opacity. Like eventually, like when you first got them, they might have lasted you 2 hours. After like 3 months, they'll only last you like half of that. Where Energizer will always stay at that moment. Like the quality control is really good with the Energizer batteries. So I do recommend just spending it.
I don't mean to interrupt, but
yeah, what's up?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. We're here. Ask it.
Okay, this is totally random, but I'm redesigning my characters from my dark story, Rebel Knights.
Okay.
And I'm having a tough time with my nomadic elf mage. Because she's supposed to be based off Native American culture, but I also want her to look fantasy. So go ahead.
So what is a nomadic elf? What was it?
Nomadic elf.
A nomadic elf. What is that?
A nomadic elf is like an elf that
it's no matter anymore.
It wanders around the for me particularly.
Oh, wander like a nomad. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like a nomad.
All right.
See,
keeps going from place to place, like depending on the season and stuff.
Mostly in the forest.
It's no matter anymore.
You wanted it to be American?
Native American. You could really stick close to that Native American style by creating fantasy looks, but through traditional Native American clothing and stuff. Like, do your research into Native American clothing and then add a kind of fantasy twist to them.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely hard because it's gonna take you. Like, you don't want to be disrespectful or anything, right?
I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah,
but I also want it. But I also like the style, and I also it not only is the style of their clothing is influenced by Native Americans, but also their culture a little bit and their history. I read some Native American history, and I was literally crying. I was not crying, but I was really sad because I was like, "Oh no, my poor babies."
Yeah. Like, you could definitely do that. Or like, you could. The twist could be instead of using, like, if you have a heavily feathered garb, you could make the feathers out of a like fantasy creature. So like,
yeah, you can make it like make it like a minotaur.
Yeah, or like instead of just deer hide, it's the hide of
minotaur hide.
A minotaur, yeah, like
make a Wendigo. There you go.
Yeah,
Wendigo hide,
you could
or
make
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, you can add a necklace
or a Grouch.
Ooh, a necklace. Yeah, just like make everything the same, but then the materials they're made out of could be the fantasy aspect.
Or you can make the Grinch. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the Grinch.
I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna draw the Grinch.
No, don't draw him. Make it like the hide is from the Grinch.
Yeah.
So you want me to draw
Mr. Grinch?
So like the nomadic elf that is Native American themed will have hide from the Grinch.
So like the fur is green?
Green.
Like green, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but
and then you can even add a Christmas flair to it.
But I hate Christmas.
Oh, well, you know what? Better yet,
that's why that's why you're wearing the skin.
It's Oogie Boogie skin.
Oogie Boogie.
I'm gonna just add a bunch of beads.
That's a good
beads,
one.
not the beads.
I hate you.
Okay, you know what's dumb? You said that, and you said beads. I know you said bead and like the decoration, but I heard beans, like the food.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like me and the boys at 3 a.m. going to get beans.
I
Like-
hate. Oh gosh, dang
Gonna
it!
get some beans.
I just
That sounds cool though.
I just really
That
want
sounds
to
cool.
make sure that one, I want it to be like, I'm not letting you inside, cat. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Shut up,
What?
bitch,
You're
cat.
talking to the cat?
You
Oh.
The
bitch.
cat.
Yo,
Cat.
yo,
I was like,
whoa.
I was
you
like,
gonna,
what'd I do?
yo, bro, you gonna let someone talk to you like that? No.
My
I
cat
just
is
called you a
inside
cat.
my
like,
room.
goddamn.
Yo,
closed-
I've got
I
too
closed
many.
my
I've got
room.
so many cats.
How many cats do you have?
Let me see. I got Lucy, Leroy,
Can't be
Lula.
quiet.
Leroy
Yeah,
Jenkins.
his full name is Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Nice.
Lucy, Leroy, Lula, Lily, Vessie, Boo Boo. So I've got 6 cats.
6 cats, Jesus.
Yeah.
They're indoor cats?
Woo.
Yeah. Well, no, they're
Six.
indoor,
My God.
outdoor. Only 2 of them are strictly indoor, and it's because they're old.
Oh.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a question. I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay.
That's okay. We love you anyways.
Thank you. As I was saying,
Okay.
for the thing, I want it to be like Avatar, where they based a bunch of cultures and implemented them into their own world.
Wait, Avatar, which
Like that.
one? The one with the
The Last Airbender.
Last
the Last
Airbender.
Yeah,
The
that
Last
one.
Airbender, obviously.
Or
No,
the
that's-
or the blue people, where they are
No.
trying to save the big mother tree.
By the way, that new movie, I saw the new one.
Mother
That was awesome.
tree.
I
Was
new
it?
movie was awesome.
I'm waiting
New-
for it to come out so I can.
Yeah,
Like
it's
not
really
not
good.
out.
It's really
I know
good.
it's out in theaters, but like I don't want to go to the theater and watch it.
Yeah, it's
I
really
wanna-
good.
Yeah,
I went to
I'm
really
IMAX.
recovering.
excited for
It's
it.
understandable.
Yeah,
So as
Oh,
I
it's
was
yeah.
worth it.
saying,
It's worth watching.
like
It's
how
worth
the
watching.
Fire
Once it comes out,
Nation-
definitely
Yep.
watch it.
Yeah,
Is it
like-
really?
Yeah, it's really good. If you like the first one, you'll love the second one. Like it's pretty
Ooh.
cool. They're
but like
opening
how
it
the
up.
Fire
But
Nation
but
is
do
based
but
off-
do I see you?
I see you.
No, I mean take me to the ICU.
Like it's not predictable at all. That's why I liked it. Like things happen where it's just like, oh shit, like damn. It's not predictable. The first one was predictable.
Unpredictability because
Yeah, the first one was predictable, you know?
Yeah,
Sort
I'm
of.
really good
Not
at
really.
guessing
Like
the end
you were
of a movie.
yeah, the ending was kind of like not really like things happen. We're like, oh shit, like that happens because we're learning like what this world can do, you know? But like you at the end of the day, like if you simplify it, it's like, dude, that's like pretty much gave his world everything, even his legs. Doesn't get appreciated for it, goes to New World, they appreciate him, he saves them, and that's the story, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Where this
spoil
one,
it.
it's not like
Crazy.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I'll have to check
Avatar
it out.
the extended version is actually pretty interesting.
Really?
Actually,
Really?
there's the do you guys get the LS Media World here in VR?
Yes.
They actually have the extended version, so it's
In
like
there?
an hour
Hour.
longer, but it's
Of extra
good.
content.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
it's
gonna have to
good.
check it out.
So I like it because it really fills in some of those plot holes.
Hmm.
And you get a little bit more interaction between him and the Navi.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, no, you'll like the second one though. The second one, I gotta say,
Yeah.
like I said, it is not predictable. You think you know what's happening, you kind of get thrown in. I will say they kind of like rushed a little because like I think like in a way like years pass like from like it takes into account that 12 years have gone by, like that happens in the movie, like so they kind of just like, oh yeah, this happened, like wait, what? And then you're just like there like, oh, now you're at present day, like, you know what I mean? That's how it is. It's kind of crazy. So they don't just pick off right after. It's not like the movie you're watching is not right after the first one. It's like it's as if the first movie really did happen 12 years ago, and now you're watching the events of now.
Ooh,
If that makes sense.
interesting.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I a little bit appreciate that though.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I don't want
Yeah.
to give away too much.
Yeah.
But that's what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
So that's what, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just gonna be like they think they can. I've seen people kind of like think they like it's just gonna be another part one, but no, it is so unpredictable. There's things in there that I still even now I'm like, wait, what? Like I don't really fully understand it. but it's pretty cool. They're definitely, and now here's another thing. I didn't know that they were gonna make 2 or 3 more movies after
Where they're
this
Wait,
one.
making more.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Like my
What?
friend told me when I went, he's like,
Of
"Oh yeah,
course
no,
they're making
they've
more.
already announced that
So
they're making
predictable.
2 or 3 more, but that it's not going to take them that long. They've been working on it this whole time. So like the next one's supposed to come out next year. The one's going to be after that, kind of like Star Wars, you know, every year.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like they did a good job for that. Like for what's to come, like I'm excited, you know.
So they didn't pull a J.J. Abrams on us.
I mean, J.J. Abrams. Look, I will say the Force Awakens was good. I think
The Force Awakens was good. It was the aftermath of it that was trash.
Then yeah, exactly after the. I don't even want to go into it because it's gonna make me sad. But yeah, no, it was good though. I will say, check out the sequel. It's
Luke,
not,
you know, if like Luke fart out of existence, you know.
yeah, bro.
He's
It
like,
just made him disappear. Like I'm not even gonna go into it because it's gonna get me mad. But yeah, watch Avatar. If you liked Avatar 1, you will like Avatar 2. You will love it.
When my bestie is coming over for Texas tomorrow, we plan on watching Avatar 1, and then in the theaters Avatar 2.
Ooh,
oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. See,
so as I was saying,
it's always good to
get a nice little marathon going on there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So as I was saying.
Oh right, you were talking about a completely different Avatar.
You guys really got distracted, but that's okay. I'm glad you guys are excited about the movies that you watched, like I was last week. So, just like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I really want my world to be influenced by cultures, new and old. Like how the firebenders are based off Japanese culture.
What's it Japanese?
I'm gonna kill you.
Well, damn. I was just asking a question.
Was that a legitimate question, or were you being like?
No, it was a genuine question. I didn't realize it was Japanese. I thought it was Chinese culture. I thought the Fire Nation was based off Chinese culture.
I thought it was based off Japanese. Oh.
Well, I'll have to look it up now.
Okay.
I was so nah.
Sorry.
It's good. You can kill me. I have unalivement tendencies.
What the?
And then I think the Airbenders are based off Shaolin monks.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah. Especially if you look directly at images of Shaolin monks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And other stuff and other stuff. And I'm just like,
oh, you know what? No, the Fire Nation is Japanese because the Earth Kingdom is Chinese.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. There we go.
I am awesome.
You are. Yeah, you are.
Thank you. You're awesome too. So, I'm basing in my Rebel Knights universe, world, which is now called Quanto Plains. A lot of the cultures are based off or a lot of my a lot of my places are based off other cultures, like the nomadic elves are based off of Native Americans a little bit, and then the humans are based off medieval Europe, and then the orcs are based off of Roman and Greek cultures, like the Roman Empire and other stuff. And then the Dragonborns are based off of the Irish, medieval Irish.
And we always got to get back to Ireland now, don't we?
and then the Dark Elves are based off Indian culture, but with some higher technology. Does anyone have any questions?
No, I think that's really cool. I mean,
sounds cool.
Did you just like pick which culture goes to which race kind of randomly, or was it like did you
you're appropriating.
No, that's not what I like. I just like I like that. I like how each
Like,
one is.
why do the dark elves got to be Indian?
Well, no, actually, they're.
Help me with the water.
I'm a little
Some
offended
are
here.
based. Some. Wait, are you Indian?
Wow, did you just assume
I thought you
my
were
nationalist?
I thought you were.
Wow, assuming so hard right now.
I never told you.
I'm not even.
Wait,
mermaid. I'm just getting. I am. Wow, I've been appropriated.
Can I ask what's your ethnicity?
I don't. I decline to answer that question.
You make a fair point of
decline.
Yes. I identify as breadstick.
I'm just a white bitch.
I identify as an attack helicopter. Full of gas.
Here's what I've done. Okay, some cultures it's strictly for the fashion, as a fashion inspiration, and some are more like what their history has done to make them the way they are, and other stuff.
That makes sense.
And their fashion, like the humans suck ass, obviously, and there's witch burnings.
Well, not all people suck ass. Only some of them, because they really enjoy it. But not all people enjoy that.
I hate you.
I was gonna say that might be a good thing and bad thing for some people. He's right. He has a point. Some people be like, I don't understand why these people are sucking ass and they're hating it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. There might be people like that's.
They say, "Give me a bite of that cake."
Exactly. Like, I love eating cake.
Yeah. Some people love cake without the frosting. You know.
So some cultures are based off purely for the fashion. It's fashion inspiration, and some are purely just like, and some are fashion, and they're in the culture like how they lived and stuff.
So, what's the budget for this movie?
I'm not making a movie.
Or for this comic?
No.
What's it for?
See, here's what I want to do.
It's a story?
In the future. When I get famous, when I get more popular, or when I'm like, this is my passion project, right? So after I'm done with my practice comic, and after like I finish all the other stuff, what I plan to do is make this a TV show. Or not. No. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. Here's what I plan on doing. I'm kind of making this a novel.
Ooh.
Because I thought of making a comic first, but I was like, okay, the character designs are going to be a bit more complicated to draw, in the world, because there's armor, and I don't want to draw armor all the time. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm entitled.
I mean, they're not always in battle, so they don't always have to be wearing armor, unless they are always in battle.
They're not always in armor, but like, I'm just saying.
So you're writing a novel? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I have the
like a paperback.
I mean, I'm not writing it right now, but I have like I have like the what is it called? I have the grounds. I
need storyline.
I just need to plant. I need to plant it.
Okay, so that's what you're trying to do, right? Like when you're talking about all this storyline and everything, it's for a novel, right? It's not for a game. It's not for like a movie or anything.
Maybe if somebody wanted to adapt it, I could like be like, "Yo, make a show."
But for you want a novel, right? That's what you want.
For me, first, I want a novel, but then if someone wanted to adapt it, I'd be like, "Yo, animate show." If it was an animated show, I would want it to be. Sorry for interrupting, but if it was an animated show, I would really prefer it to be the style of Arcane.
That's a good style. That style looks really cool.
Isn't that a Pokemon?
No. So there's on Netflix. There's a show called Arcane.
Oh, I know that one. It's based off
It's-
of Dragon Ball
yeah.
Z. Yeah.
God.
You see what I have to deal with?
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll punch him later. So there's the style in it is really artistic and just stunning. It is really
Like the
really
hardest
good.
one to do. Like probably took them years to do.
It's not. It probably isn't the hardest,
Yo-
but it's simple but complex at the same time.
Gotcha.
And it's just beautiful. It's really really pretty.
I'm my style. If you see my paintings, are really influenced now by Arcane.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
cool.
a great style. It's really really cool.
Interesting. Okay.
But I was thinking about your movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, what an interesting way to like make shows. Like if someone built the characters for a show and did it all in VR.
That's what we're
Like,
doing with this.
Yeah,
That's what
well,
this is a test.
I just meant
You know,
like
there's another movie that
making
someone
like
else
like
made
if someone were
that's called The Metaverse.
yeah, if someone were to like write a story like that,
Someone were to what?
make the characters, and then film the whole show in VR. Like they can make the characters in the world and film the whole show in VR. And if that were broadcasted on TV, I wonder how that would go over.
Right? I mean, look, I think it'd be great. I've seen some of the shows and I'm like, bro, the artwork on this was so rushed, but they don't care. It's more about the content that it's putting out. So it would be amazing. That's why we're making Streamcation Studios, because maybe you never know. It might be like, hey, Vrchat is where we started, but now we're making actual motion capture stuff. I really do want to get the camera that like eventually, like, I mean, in Avatar, right? The camera that they use, even in video games, they have the camera that goes over your face and that that tracks your face, you know, and that goes to your character. I want that so bad, you know? So down the road,
that would be awesome, dude.
how cool, right? If we had a thing where we literally had like, hey, like we had somebody give us a script, we look it over and we're like, yeah, no, this is a good script. Kind of like Netflix. You know, that's what Netflix does. Netflix doesn't write anything anymore. They just say, yeah, no, this is good now. Bring it in. That's what we want to do, but in a virtual space.
Yeah.
If we can do that and we come up with something where like, what if we made a world where we're like you know how LS Media has just like movies that are pirated? What if we had a movie what if we had a world, right? Where it is things that we have made, you know? Like that was made.
And we could premiere them and like and have like big, like little not big parties, but like little parties of just premiering the new movie. Like, hey, come check it out. I wonder if they run better as well because they're not pirated.
And not only and they would run better, yes, because you don't have to like click it and like, come on, I hope this server in Malaysia is, you know, picking up. Like, oh, it went down. Hopefully, you know, but it would run a lot better because we could have just used like direct YouTube links, right? But at the same time, what made like here's another root thing, right? Is what made like Twitter, right? Twitter and like Instagram, really not Facebook, but what made Twitter and Instagram kind of like better than like Facebook or just in general, like the newspaper, right? What made it? Besides that, what it made, especially Twitter, right? Twitter got really big because
if it exists, dude.
Yep, 34. The reason why it got so big too is because if you think about it, if you can kind of bridge the divide between people that have the opportunity to be in big projects like movies, like sporting events, like acting, anything like that, and you bridge the divide between that guy that just goes to work every day and doesn't have the opportunity to that was given to these other people. When you bridge that divide, it's pretty awesome. You know, like if I wanted to, I can literally go and go on Twitter and at the quarterback of the Denver Broncos and say, hey man, what's up? Will he respond? Probably not, but there's a chance that he may say, nothing, man, I hope you're having a good day. And to me, it's like, wow, that's awesome, right? That's amazing, right? That's kind of why Twitch got big or live streaming got big, right? Because it could be, I don't know, Kim Kardashian could be streaming right now, right? I go on chat and say, Kim Kardashian, you look awesome today. And she's like, thank you so much, you know, user, whatever. Thank you, Turbo Heart, for saying that. But that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
imagine now
Really
that
think
in a virtual
she's gonna
space,
talk to
right?
you?
No, I'm just saying. So, I mean, there's people that have done that. I'm just using me
Yeah.
as an excuse. You know what I mean? I mean, as
I
an
know.
example.
I
But
know.
if we do that, right, in a world where people are like, "Holy crap!" Like, whoa, like I know that world, like where that was filmed, like, and they can go to that world, like, oh yeah, they use this world. Like what if this was used in one of those movies? This world here, and people are like, yeah, this is where here, this is where they filmed that scene, this and that. It bridges
Never
that
been to Universal
divide.
Studios.
It's like, well,
Yeah,
this
like
was the
Universal
very
Yeah.
Studios.
jet that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
used. They sat
That
on
was
this
Literally,
jet.
yeah.
It'd be like
that's what.
going to
Honestly,
Universal
I don't know if you
Studios,
noticed.
seeing your
Yeah,
favorite movies, and like
Hey,
it going
very
on their sets.
cute.
Yeah.
Let's take Joker.
Amusement
In
rides.
the Joker, you guys seen the movie Joker with Jacqueline Phoenix? Right?
I don't
Obviously.
think
The
so.
part where he's going up the stairs. You know how
Uh,
crowded that set of stairs got? It's not even doesn't even look good or anything. It's just because it was in that movie. There was so many people there taking videos, taking like things for the social. Like it was crazy. It was insane.
Do you know
It was
do you know
point where there. What's
how
up?
many people went to the Winchester Manor after they made that movie about the Winchester Manor?
There you go.
Yeah, a
So
lot
imagine
of
that in a
people.
virtual space.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is where this was filmed. This is not for nothing. I don't know if you guys noticed, the F-14 world has been updated. That hasn't been updated in months. We have put an impact in that. You guys
Yeah.
know that, right? Like, you know how many
Because so
people
many
are
people
on
have been going in
TikTok?
it.
Yeah, there are people like, what world is this? What world is this? What game is this? People are downloading Vrchat. People are downloading. They're downloading Vrchat, and then they're going to this world. This world just got like just exploded in popularity again.
Dude,
And
that's
not for nothing, it's
crazy,
an awesome
man.
world, right? Yeah, they updated
Yeah.
that world again. It's been so long. And that the creators probably like, holy shit, what's going on here? He changed the noises, the sounds that it makes. Like it's been updated. It's really cool. So now think of that,
And
right?
that guy
That's
from
just
making that world,
that's not.
by the way.
Yeah, but just think of that now with movies, right?
Yeah.
And not for nothing, you include more people. Like I love including you guys because it's awesome. That's why I like having all the movies and stuff. And then you can tell people like that, hey, you were in this movie. Like, what? Yeah, it's a virtual movie, but come check it out. And then they check it out and they're like, holy crap! And it kind of spreads. It's really cool, So I don't know. It's just like I said, it's an
I
idea.
also like the idea of like you can really create bonds with people that you wouldn't normally create bonds with in a VR chat world. Like you and I
Exactly.
probably like you and I live on literally the opposite sides of America.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Literally, I'm on all the way East Coast. You're all the way West Coast.
Yeah, we are opposite sides of the world. Yet, or not world, but the country. We're opposite sides of the country, and yet we met, and now we're pretty decent friends. Like, also, we sometimes have
I don't know about.
conversations.
No, I'm
like,
just kidding. Just kidding. No, for real. Yeah, no, frog.
Yeah.
I consider you a really awesome friend. Like,
Like,
and not for
yeah.
nothing. Like, it is. The bridge has been. It's crazy. Just like I said, like how it was back then. Someone watching TV, watching their favorite sports star on TV perform. They probably may have never had the chance to ever even either see that person or interact with their star. Where now, like, whether you're a star, whether you're a friend, like you can interact with somebody that you would have never been able to before. Maybe through a message, we could have maybe still met, maybe messaging somehow, like, but to this extent where you're like waving, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it is the gap
where I
has
was
been
forced to choose
really well
between
bridged.
chocolate and
Vanilla.
ice cream.
Yep.
Most traumatic question of my life, by the way. Thank you for that.
Right.
All right, don't
That's
forget
what-
short
hey,
or curly
remember-
hair.
Yeah,
Don't forget about
I
that one.
used that one before, but for the most part, like I said, most people that pick vanilla, they're awesome, and people that pick chocolate,
Yep.
they're usually very deceptive. You gotta watch out, they yell at you all the time.
Honestly, I think if you struggle in general, it's fine. If you struggle with the question,
because I like chocolate, I yell more.
Well, if you pick vanilla or chocolate,
Fuck
people
you.
usually chip chocolate. They're usually very
Oh,
chaotic.
such aggression,
mean. See, there you
too.
go. There you
Yep.
go. See, look,
Yep.
so mean.
See, that's funny.
Oh
'cause
my god.
I have like mad
only mean to
ADHD,
you,
bro.
Turbo.
Like crazy ADHD, and my normal day-to-day like ice cream that I would pick is like a chocolate flavored ice cream. So like I would go to the store and I'll get a chocolate ice cream.
Caramel a form of chocolate?
No.
No,
But
that's like a syrup.
it's delicious.
I would try.
It is delicious.
I would prefer caramel.
Have you ever tried bunny tracks?
I think so.
No, I don't really rabbit or bunny.
Bunny tracks ice cream is really good.
This is why I yell at you.
Yeah, we're just don't give him the attention.
No, I think it's the chocolate ice cream. I mean, let's be honest. It's the chocolate ice cream that's making y'all cranky. If y'all switched to vanilla now, you would be happy.
My cooch is making me angry.
Your cooch is making you angry. What?
Yeah. Oh, I felt that. I feel that in my soul.
Wait, what? What? Hold up. Oh man.
Did you hear what I heard?
Heard that and I was like, no, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear like my brain almost like, nah, that's not what you heard.
I have
but
a
I guess
genuine question for just males in general.
All right, go ahead. Shoot it.
You get cramps in your scrotum.
Actually, so this every now and then, I don't know if this happens to you, Bear. I got kind of scared, but I actually asked my doctor about it. But yeah, it is something. All right, so two things, okay? I have sat on my balls before.
No. I believe that hurts like hell.
I have sat on my balls. Okay, so you girls don't have to worry about that. Okay, there's times where I'm having a great day and I see my computer and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, and then you got to go down there and check, make sure they didn't pop. Okay,
yeah,
and you check, yeah, 1 and 2. Okay, we're still good, but I'm in pain. But yeah, that has happened. I have literally sat on my balls. So that has happened. So that's one. Just to answer your question, 1. And 2 is, yeah, there's been times where now I think this happens to me a little more because I'll tell you guys something straight up. I had hernia surgery several years back. But I think this might be why this still can happen even without hernia surgery, but every now and then I'll just get like a weird sensation that's like kind of a cramp in your balls. That's the best way. And that's kind of what the doctor said. Yeah, it's kind of like a cramp. She didn't want to say a cramp in your balls, but she said, yeah, you'll get like a cramp kind of feeling. It's a weird feeling because when we get hit on our nuts, it feels like it's our insides that are getting fucking ripped apart. But it's similar to that. It's just weird, and it does happen every now and then. I realize it happens to me when I'm really stressed. Something will happen, and I'm really stressed. I hold it in, and like literally like an hour later, it'll just like.
At least you're not riding that Crimson Sea.
So the reason I had asked was because like there's sometimes women can get cramps that hurt so bad they'll actually like go into their butthole.
That's why people want menstrual days
off.
So
fast.
Yeah. Me and Bear were like, oh my god.
Yeah. Like what?
Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Right here. I will say that I've never had a cramp so bad my butthole cramped. I haven't had that. If that's what you're asking, it would never happen to me. Maybe another guy.
For me personally, I don't know about other women because it's different for every uterus holder.
Unfortunately.
But like,
well, I mean, you got another uterus right there. Just ask them.
For me, it starts in the perineal space, the space in between the gooch in the butthole. Yeah,
the gooch. Yeah, it's the gooch area.
Starts right there.
The area between the balls and the booty.
For me, it starts there and then goes into my butthole. So it's like I've never like.
It's like a traveling snake for you,
bro. Listen. I'm not kidding you when I say. So I like because of my surgery.
It the cramp snake. Right, it's the cramp snake.
The crake.
Crake.
Oh god!
Because of my surgery, I have cramps right now because they took pieces of my uterus out. They
Jesus.
They take this little alligator thing that literally chomps a little bite.
Oh man, it's the Florida man. The Florida man's coming.
That's what a biopsy. That's what a biopsy.
Isn't that the thing they use for a pants smear?
Yeah, they'll do that for when if they need
to
not like a pap smear, a regular pap smear, they don't have to do that. But if they have to take a biopsy of your cervix, they take a little alligator clamp and they'll literally just like bite off a piece of your cervix. That's a non-anesthetic procedure.
Okay. All right. So. But long story short, you get cramps.
They get alligators. They go.
Well, yeah.
You get
so right now I have cramps. And like they'll like go into my hip joint.
Baby girl.
Oh god, that sounds so painful.
Oh yeah, but so it's like I wonder because I know that you guys can like men can get stomach cramps obviously like if you have a stomach ache or something, but I just didn't know like if you guys get it down into your pelvic area as well, like, do you ever get stomach cramps down into your pelvic area?
Like
Like,
if I ever got a cramp on my penis, no, that's never happened.
No, pelvic area, as in like lower gut, lower abdomen area,
Belly
like
button.
Yeah, like we're right above your PP. Yeah, that area. I've gotten cramps there, but that's because of weightlifting, not because of not
No,
because of,
Turbo,
like-
we all know that you were holding it in for too long of a time, and you had to really go bad, and it was cramping. You're like, oh shit, I gotta go.
I gotta go. I mean that has happened where I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. But no, I have had like cramps happen there, just because of weightlifting, and that's kind of like where I had that where I had my hernia was like kind of near that area.
That's a very common place for men to get hernias.
Yeah, what? It's very well.
Really,
Yeah, I didn't have it. I guess it's really common to get it like near your balls because there's a thing. But I actually got it like above in the pelvic area, up more, toward my leg there. So I didn't really get it in a super common place, but it is near that area because you can get it even like here. You could even get it like on your rib. It's just anywhere. You can literally get it.
I just yelled at my dad
anywhere.
because he disturbed me, and because I'm riding that Crimson Red Sea.
What's that? What's a Crimson Red Sea? What do you mean?
I'm using Frog. You understand what I mean, right?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Wait, you're in the water? You're on a boat?
It's another way of saying menstrual cycle.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear my favorite thing? Oh my god! Wait, I have to tell you this.
I yelled at my dad, and then he closed the door.
So
damn.
During like World War II, I think, one of the things for period was Japan is attacking. Are you well armed?
What?
Here comes the sun.
Japanese flag is a white flag with a red dot in the center.
Yes. Yeah. So, but who would say that to who? Why would you?
Women would say that when they start their periods and they need a pad or a tampon.
Oh.
They would say Japan is attacking because the flag looks like
yeah, it looks like a drop of blood.
Period blood on the middle of it.
Yeah.
The flag
is
is
just
attacking?
say, "Hey, I need a tampon."
Because people are weird.
There's a lot of stigma against people.
I feel like
against
during
women.
World War II,
yeah, there's
you
a
would
lot
not
of
wanna say that.
stigma. There is a lot of stigma back then.
There's a lot of stigma. Well, there's a lot of stigma now.
Yeah, even now, if you can stigma balls in your
But like, okay, so the other day,
I said the Crimson Red Sea because I don't like saying the words because I
menstrual cycle period. Like,
I mean, there are.
It's embedded in my soul.
Yeah, I will say this.
Nobody wants a stigma there. All right.
Look, something like I will say this, right?
There's a lot of stigma.
Being like how do I say it? Being like something awkward like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward, and if the person receiving it makes it awkward. If it was like, hey, like you're doing something on purpose that is awkward, then that makes sense. But it's not something you can control. It's something that's a natural body function that you guys have to deal with.
Like burping.
Like the reason why I'm so
like
comfortable.
Farting.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is not natural. That you can control. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't control like, oh, I'm gonna just hold my menstrual cycle in this month. No, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like natural, like it happens.
Tied.
And
right?
I mean, yes, but who's gonna? Yeah, you know what? Let me tie my tubes because don't feel like bleeding anymore. You know, no. I'm just saying in general, right? It's a natural process, and not for nothing. Like who cares? Like, don't be afraid of what someone else thinks about a natural function that happens. I would kind of be like, look, guys, I'm on my. Menstrual cycle is a good way, but I would be straight up like, yeah, I'm on my period, so like,
I do it all the time. My guy friends get taken aback because I'll be like, "No, I'm on my period right now," and they're like, why would you say that out loud? I'm like,
why? There's nothing wrong with saying it out loud.
I was like, one day,
nothing wrong with saying out loud.
You might get married and you might have a daughter. Are you really going to teach your daughter to be ashamed of something that happens?
There you go. Exactly. I don't get it.
I'd say
one
monthly
thing if you're
instead.
like, hey,
I feel like
can you insert this?
I like using monthly instead.
Yeah, if it's like, hey, can you insert this tampon into me. All right, that I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to handle it.
Okay, well,
you know?
no,
That's
yeah.
one thing. But just
Well,
being like, whoa,
and
don't
just to
say
be
the
very
period
clear,
word near me. I
even
just
mothers don't help. Their mothers only when they talk about inserting a tampon, they do
yes,
not put it in for them.
I understand. I
I've
understand.
only
I
heard
know that.
about my
I'm just
sister
saying.
using
So-
a
I'm saying
tampon.
people treat it when people
Yeah.
will treat like saying period as if like someone just asked them, hey, can you insert this in me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just a word. It's kind of
It's
like
a word. Well, it's
yeah,
like
literally.
punctuation
It
point
literally
too.
it is. But
It's
either way,
punctuation,
it's a natural
period.
bodily function. So I don't understand why people, you know what I mean? Like I
Because
just don't
people
understand.
are sexist, and every time
That's
a
it.
person
People are.
and people
People are.
want to, and
And
if
people
people
don't
want,
like
if
things they don't
women,
understand.
and if exactly, and if people
Now,
don't,
now if
and
it's like
people
if I
usually
gotta
don't
get
really
up,
want to
right?
hear
If I gotta
anything
get up, if
about
I was a
it.
chick, right, and we're
Yeah.
eating at a table, right? And I gotta get up because hey, I'm feeling something kind of, wet down there. I'm gonna be like, hey, I just need to be excused. And they're like, oh, what's wrong? I just gotta use the restroom, All right, that's one thing because people are eating. I understand. But if we're chilling, you're like, yeah, like look, like
It's gonna be like
I
we're
had
not
my
gonna be in the
period. Like,
middle of a fancy dinner and I'm gonna stand up and be like, all right, just got my period. Like, peace out,
but
motherfuckers.
that's it's on the same level of me
Yeah.
saying if I'm at the table, I'm a dude. I'm not gonna get up like, oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the restroom. Someone's like, oh, are you okay? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, no, I gotta just dump a giant deuce, so I'll be right
Yeah.
back. Just gotta I'm not gonna say that either. It's on the same level. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
if I say like, hey man, I gotta go take a number 2, and someone's like, oh my god, how dare you tell me that? And people get so offended. Like, what? It's a natural body thing that people do.
There's
You know
a
what I
time
mean?
and place for everything, including
Exactly.
words. So it's like,
But I
Isn't it?
understand
Mhm.
if like you're a friend with someone, they're like, yeah, I'm on my period. So I just feel like it shouldn't really bother I understand that. Some guys it happened the other day. Someone's like, yeah, I got on a period, and someone's like, ew, like, oh my god. But it's like, bro, what do you mean ill? They didn't say like, hey, I'm bleeding all over the place. Let me go sniff it. Like they didn't say that.
Yeah.
Like they say,
Right,
oh,
It's not like
right.
that
I'm-
one
Well-
BuzzFeed video where they're using their own period blood to
Okay,
paint
yeah,
stuff.
that BuzzFeed
Okay, what?
video was a whole level of.
I mean,
That
I don't even
video
know what you
was
guys are talking about.
disgusting.
There's a
Okay.
BuzzFeed video
Yeah.
where women
Yeah, explain
collected
it.
their period blood for a week and then painted with it.
Yep.
Oh god,
Yep.
that's
Are-
weird.
Is that what
Yep,
y'all been
yep,
doing?
yep,
Is that what y'all
yep.
been doing? Huh?
I
Yeah.
hate
Okay.
it.
You confirmed. You said yep. You said yep. You did say yep. So okay.
I
I'm
never
not-
want to
yeah.
touch
It will be put in the record that they said yep.
I'm not even gonna have
all I-
babies. I will
all I'm
never
try-
give
oh,
birth.
No, that
Having-
is going
have-
too far. No, I'm thinking about it. Either way, all I'm saying is like it shouldn't be so like shameful to that a girl shouldn't be like to the point where with her
I
friends
think
she
no
can't
bod-
say
I-
like,
I
hey,
don't
I'm on
think
my
any
period.
bodily function should be shameful.
Can I just
No,
say?
yeah. I mean,
can I just
So-
say?
I personally, I don't like when someone says like, "Look, I got to go take a shit." Like, I'm like, all right, bro, you could have just went. You could have easily just said, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom." Just say you're going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Same thing. If you're on
Don't need
period,
to
go ahead.
prove about
But don't be ashamed of it either,
Yeah.
because like, yo, if I am like your close friend or your boyfriend or whatever it is, or if it's two girlfriends, whatever it is, either way, you should not be ashamed of telling someone you're really close with, saying, "Hey,
Right.
I'm on my period."
Can I
That's
just
it. That
say?
word
Yeah,
should
because
not be
because
that bad.
they should be more understanding than that. If
Or
they
let
if they are
them-
if you especially if you
Exactly.
call them your friend, even at the minimum of your friend should be understanding of that.
Exactly.
If they don't understand it, then I don't think you could really call
Exactly.
someone
They're
your
not-
friend if they can't
Exactly.
understand
Exactly.
just
That
say-
perfectly said. It's yeah, good.
I'm really annoyed by the fact that I have a monthly, and yet I'm never gonna give birth ever. I don't want to give birth.
Cut it out. You don't need it.
Exactly.
Get rid of it.
Just
Evict
get rid of it. You rip it out.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
No, if you don't-
No,
if
yeah,
you don't
that's
want
another
kids,
thing. That
Just-
makes
just
sense.
Get rid of it.
I want
You don't
kids,
need it.
but I want to adopt
No.
because I think.
No,
people-
I understand that.
great,
That
yeah.
you know what? That's another thing. Like I said, that
Birth
is
is
a
traumatic.
function that you have to deal with.
Exactly.
It's a thing you have to deal with, and you have no control over it. Like you were born that way. There's nothing. No one ever says, "Man, yeah, I chose to have periods." No, it just happens. That's why, to me,
Who would?
you would
You know
think
what?
more
I-
people
I-
would
I
exactly.
Kill to rip my uterus out right now
Right.
and not
Yeah.
feel any pain.
Okay,
I feel
okay,
that.
that's a little far, but that's all right.
Okay,
all right.
so
It's not murder anybody.
I just don't think, in general, any bodily function should be considered shameful at all. End of story. Like,
Good job.
like you know how men get random reactions, just like
No.
throughout the day, right?
Erections? You see erections?
it. Wait, what?
A healthy young male can get a random erection throughout the day for no.
Yes.
No.
It does. It happens. It does happen. Yes.
That is not
Unless
something.
it doesn't happen to everybody, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it doesn't happen to everybody.
It doesn't happen to everybody.
It doesn't mean you are unhealthy if it doesn't happen to you, but it can. And
It definitely, yes.
that in no way
At the
is
worst moments too.
like yes, it can be a little bit embarrassing, but I don't think it's worth shaming someone over because it happens.
It does. Yeah. I mean,
like-
I think what it happens too is like as guys, you should know about the belt trick, right? Belt trick.
Cut it off.
If you don't know about the belt trick, then yes.
Can I ask
maybe
what
you should
the
be
belt
shamed for
trick
it.
is?
It's when they put their erection in the waistband or the belt or their belt and it like
Yes.
hides
Use
their
the
erection.
belt trick. You literally
Okay.
flop it up.
I'm learning so much.
Let the belt hold it, or if you're wearing sweatpants, you know, tie it up. There's always a tie on a sweatpants. Use that, and then boom, put it on there, and you won't run into that issue. I mean, if someone really looks, they're gonna be like, "Let me see that," but in reality, it'll just get rid of. Yeah, you won't poke anyone's eye out.
Wait, hold up. Whose eyes are gonna be that close to that to be poking in the first place?
Oh, you never know. What if, like, you know? All right, here we go. This is what I used to think about. All right,
Here we go.
I'm in. You know, it's a college course. You were sleeping. Now they're like, hey, can you come up and give your presentation? Like, oh shit. Next thing you know, you just woke up. You got morning wood because you were taking a nap. Oh shit. But they're waiting for you to go there, and you gotta walk down the stairs. You're walking down, and you're super nervous, and you're like, oh my god, I've been preparing for this. And then all of a sudden, whoops, you trip, and someone's just like, oh no, and you're like, oh, and you fall into it, and boom, your erection pushes into their eye socket, and next thing you're like, oh. And you're like, I fucked me, help me. And now you're gonna have to like call, like, hey, can we get a nurse down to room 104? Like, what happened?
Yeah, just
one of the
person got
students,
scoped.
I fucked another student. Like, so yeah, you never know.
You know, I feel like this happened to you. That's probably why you're saying that, because it happened to you.
This is a very specific story.
It was very oddly specific. Oddly specific.
It is very specific.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Use the belt trick. Okay, that could have easily been avoided.
But it's avoidable, but it shouldn't be something that like should be shameful or shamed about. Like,
well, I mean, no, I think we should be, because if you do not feel shame for that, then next thing you go, it's like you got guys like, look at my thing, guys. Oh, can't be ashamed.
You should have.
And then I'll be like, all right.
No,
dude, come on,
I don't mean that. Like, you should have
that's
decency
what I'm saying.
about
People are
it.
going to take advantage. No,
but it's the same with periods. Like, you're not going to be in a a setting. And
like, hey guys, I got blood everywhere.
Yeah,
let's paint the walls.
Like clapping your dirty tampons on the tables and stuff. Like,
but what happens? What happens?
You know what? Hey, but guess what? You know what?
Why is there a nasty bloody tampon on the dance floor? You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? Hey, why was there a bloody tampon at the DMV bench? You know.
Can I just say? I don't think embarrassment is what we need. I think a sense of empathy is what we need for other humans.
No, yeah, I agree. Yes, that, right? But like, that's why this sounds really messed up, but there has to be, you have to hold yourself a little accountable sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Not always, right?
Not just a little, but
that's why empathy is really important.
That's why, look, and this is the kind of a little thing, like in school, right? You do something and it is not socially accepted, whatever it is, you will get what? What will happen? You'll get bullied for it, right? Your friends will bully you. They make fun of you. Yeah, but you get over it, right? Some people don't. Some people, whatever. We're not going to go into it that much. But in reality, you do something. Your friends make fun of it, or society, or people make fun of you. You don't do it again. And you learn from it because they're like, shit, I'm not going to happen that again. And boom, you're going to go into society and not do that thing, because when you were younger, everybody was learning about things. That is a key thing. If somebody has an erection, they're like, oh, fuck it. And they go up and everyone laughs at them. They're like, what the fuck? What are they? Oh my God, my erection, blah, blah. Then they're going to be like, you know what? I should have did the belt trick. And they're going to do the belt trick if it happens to them more. Now, is it worth expelling them for it? Is it worth like hanging their picture up? Like, this guy had a boner in class. No, that's bullying to the extreme. But yes, we do understand. Like, hey, look, it does happen.
But I mean,
right?
We don't need to shame people for like.
Exactly.
Let them learn, but we don't need to
private about it.
Yeah, You know,
Yeah.
okay, so
But that's part of
I
the
one
fun,
time
though, a
had
little
an
bit.
extremely embarrassing
That's not.
situation
I don't think
happen.
that's very. I don't
It,
think
I
that's very
was
fun.
it was my sophomore
It is a little
year.
bit. If my friend, look, if my friend,
No.
if me and Bear went a thing and Bear went up and Bear had a giant raging boner, I was giving a presentation, I'm gonna laugh at him and
Okay.
I'm like, Bear,
Yeah, but
you're
you guys
crazy
are
out here, bro.
friends.
Okay, but you guys are
You
I
were
friends.
know, but that's what I'm saying.
earlier.
But am I
Earlier.
gonna be like, yo,
Close
Bear,
friends.
you're a bad person?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So you
Okay.
know what I mean?
No,
So
but
there's that
earlier,
little that
I
balance.
had something
but, like,
embarrassing happen to me.
Okay,
That's
go
more
ahead.
along the lines of probably what she's thinking. I'm sorry, I didn't ask your pronouns, and I just said she.
it's she/they.
She,
It's
they. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
oh
I was
really?
like,
Yes.
Really?
I'm
I thought it
Okay.
was
non-binary-ish.
okay,
okay.
okay. Thank you. I was like, I
What'd you
just.
think I was? What'd you think I
Well,
was? Turbo?
my assumption was going to be she.
Stick person with googly eyes. That's what we
Hold
thought.
on.
My assumption was she, and that's why I was like, I'm sorry, I just threw out she out there, and I didn't even know
Yeah,
if
that's
you
It's okay.
identified with that.
assuming.
I know.
Jeez.
Wow,
I was
wow.
thinking.
Canceled.
I
That's
Shame.
it.
Can I?
Canceled.
I'll
I'll tell
after
'em right
you
now.
Canceled
say
right
your
now.
piece, I'm gonna say something. So go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Frog.
Go ahead,
So,
Frog.
so I had an embarrassing situation happen. It was
What
my
happened?
sophomore year, and I had to go up. I had to go up and give a presentation, and we
Girl.
had to wear
You had a
formal
giant
wear.
raging boner?
Oh yeah, huge. Well,
Did you
I
trip and hit someone in the eye?
was unaware that I had started my period,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
Oh
sucks.
no, you got up and there was a
I'm a
stain,
heavy
wasn't
bleeder.
there?
Yeah, I'm a heavy bleeder. So I had blood all down the back of my pants,
Oh no.
and
That sucks.
nobody told me. First of all, they just laughed at me and made fun of me.
Oh no,
And
no.
thankfully, like, I'm a very strong-headed person. Like, you can't. It's hard
You're
to
just like,
embarrass
fuck it. You
me.
brushed it off, yeah.
No, I like when. So the one person that finally told me was some random boy in the class who had a similar situation happen to him with a boner. And he walks over to me. He comes up to me and he taps me on the shoulder and he leans in. And he says, "Hey, you've got blood all down your pants." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Not even the teacher said anything? The
No,
teacher
not
didn't say,
even the
like,
teacher. No, the teacher was just like, "Quit
was
laughing."
the teacher a guy or a girl?
The guy.
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
I'm gonna-
so
Yeah.
what it is that some guys, they don't want to be like, how do I say it? Either one, he didn't see it. Two, he was being a dick. Or three, it is a possibility. He's like, oh, like, I don't want to
He
go
probably
up
just
there and be
wasn't paying
like, hey,
attention,
you're bleeding.
honestly.
Yeah. Probably.
It is
You're
the
right.
teacher's
He probably,
responsibility
like,
to
honest to
take
God,
care
probably
of the
just wasn't paying attention.
students.
Well, so the kid who came over to me and tapped me on the shoulder, he like gave me a sweater so I could cover myself up and get to the bathroom and
Aw.
change. Yeah, he was really nice. But what made me mad was that like everyone laughed at me instead. So I came back in after changing, and somebody had called me a nickname, and I turned around and was like, I can make you just as popular. You want some? Here you go. And I handed him my bloody pants.
Ew.
And I said,
That's nasty.
laugh away.
Ew.
Your turn.
Got him.
Because
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't like getting bullied, so I don't.
No,
I don't
yeah,
take
of
it.
course. That's how you stop it. It only gets worse and worse.
Yeah, you just give someone potentially
Yeah, well, it was in a bag. It
dangerous
wasn't like I
bloody
handed him like the
pants.
straight up dirty pants. I just like
Imagine you just rolled like it was. So it was pants, right? It was pants,
yeah.
long pants. Imagine you
No,
just
it's
grab
shorts.
and just use it like a fucking sledgehammer and or just like just like whip it
slap
on their
him in the
face.
face.
Like, how you like it now, bitch? Just blood all
You know,
over.
like
their
the
face.
towel roll thing.
Oh
Roll the
man.
towel by
That'd be
twisting it.
awesome. I would
Like
imagine
you
like,
twist up the
oh,
towel
bro,
and then like whip
yeah,
them.
right? Like,
Can I just
I think that's
say,
hilarious.
you
That'd be
are
The
hilarious.
bloodborne
badass.
pathogens are
I
real,
would've just
man.
cried.
That's what you get, bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
be
would've
honest. So
said-
if it was, yeah, I'm gonna be real. If it like, just knowing how it is, and like, I'm a lot more understanding now. But knowing myself in high school, like, yeah, I would have laughed. I definitely would have been like, oh my god, yeah,
Well,
we would have been
looking
like,
back
yo,
on
your
it, I
pants,
probably
your pants.
laughed
Would have laughed. Yeah, I'm just saying.
but,
But at
like,
the time, right,
it's
high school, like, right, you're high school, you're still learning, you're still learning your identity, and high school kids are freaking ruthless. Because I remember I used to be one. You motherfuckers are ruthless.
Children in general are ruthless. Have you
Ruthless,
ever
yeah.
have you ever had a little kid come up to you and tell you just like the like plain honest to God
Plain
truth, like
yeah,
completely
100%.
dead face? You're
Listen,
like,
my
what the
cousin
hell?
last year when I went to their Airbnb before they went back to China, my cousin, who was 8 at the time, jumped onto my stomach because I'm her favorite cousin. No shade. She jumped up to me and jumped up to my stomach like a fucking spider monkey and jumped up to me and I was holding her and she was like, "Have you gained weight?"
They're just so brutal.
Yeah, they are
I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
I like
happens.
I have one eye. My
no,
right
it
eye
wasn't
is fake.
It was actually. Did you get fat?
Yeah, like my right eye is fake, and so I had a little kid walk up to me and be like, "What's up with your face?" I was like, "What? What do
What's
you
up with
mean?"
your face?
And they're like, "Your eye, it's weird. Your eye is weird." And I was like, "I can't help it." Like, kids
Dude,
are brutal.
I will have a fond memory one time. I was one of those little asshole kids. We had a computer lab, and the computer lab tech lady. I want to say her name because I remember her name. She was awesome lady, super nice.
Don't say her name on the internet.
I'm not gonna say her name. I say I want to because that's how much I remember this.
Okay.
But she was awesome, and I remember so fucked up. But like, she was helping someone next to me, and like, I don't know till this day if it was them or not, but something smelled. Something smelled. And I
Oh
was like,
no!
and somebody told me, I was like, "What is that smell?" And I was like,
Please.
and she was like bent over helping someone. I was like, "Ugh."
Ooh!
She did so.
Did you guys have that one teacher that always smelled slightly weird, but would lean in and like have their onion breath in your face?
Nah.
No, I didn't have that. What
Probably.
the hell?
There's always that one
fuck?
teacher that doesn't know what personal space is, and they're always the ones that smell a little weird.
No, there's no. I've never had that. I think maybe because you're a chick, and that dude might have just been weird.
No, it was a woman.
Actually,
well, you know, could have been
you're right.
you know,
No,
could have
you
been.
are right. You
Yeah.
are right because I did
A lot
have
of
I had
some
one
women-
guy teacher, like he would speak louder than like, but I'm like, yo, I think his hearing just sucks. He'd even be like, he would talk if you would like answer something like, it's 2. He's like, what? Like, it's 2. Like you'd always have to do that. And yeah, I
Yeah.
remember sometimes like when he would after like if I would ask him something like if I talked to him like one-on-one in the hallway or something, like because I'd ask him a question. He was cool. He was a cool guy, right? Liked sports and stuff. So he would like tell me about, hey, you guys did great on Friday or something. But when he would do it, he'd be like, hey, and it'd be like right here, like he would get up there. He was shorter, but he'd get like right in your face, like, hey, I just want to tell you something. Like you did great.
Oh
Like, bro, I felt his breath
That
when he would
one
talk.
teacher
Like
that
I
just
felt
doesn't
it. I'm
have
like, bro.
personal space. in their
Yeah. And I'm like,
vocabulary.
okay, yeah, there, buddy. But he was old school, and he told you. I mean, he was a good guy, but I don't know. It's just like they would literally, yeah, like almost personal space was. It was more like to them, like they wanted you to hear them, and since they can't hear you as good, they got to get that close. You know, that's what it is. Especially in the hallway,
guys,
everyone else is talking.
I forgot. I was gonna say.
Yeah, good.
Earlier, the binary stuff. It's really annoying because when I was in my first D&D session on Tuesday, which went really, really well, the only problem was that the dungeon master kept calling my character a she, even though because I sound like a she, but Rock, the goblin alchemist, is a he. He's a he. And I said, Ruck's he. And after like the 5th time I said Ruck's a he, although there was a lot of people talking. So, got you didn't hear me
Mermaid,
the first couple times.
You should you shouldn't be mad at it at all. I don't think you should let it bug you.
I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit annoyed.
Oh my god,
you shouldn't even be annoyed.
Mermaid. This entire time in my head, I thought your name was Marmalade.
No.
I am so dumb.
Awesome Marmalade.
And I thought your name was Frigamatine.
No, okay, so I didn't look at your name because they were saying it, and so I was hearing Marmalade, and it was like Mermaid.
Yes, boss Marmalade.
I mean, I was fine.
I guess
Marmalade's
you're
a
having
cool
loss
name.
of hearing too, huh? With your eyes.
I have dyslexia.
An auditory processing dysfunction. Me too, bitch.
Yeah, with twinsies. Exactly. Oh my god, I love you. You're great.
Thank
You're my
you.
favorite human being now.
Ooh, yay! I'll friend you.
Do it right now.
Did it?
But
yes!
yeah, one thing that I
God.
do want to tell people, right? And this is coming from somebody that has had to deal with different look, I've had slurs said at me, I've had people throw shade at me without
What
saying
kind
words.
of slurs from?
Just in general, right? I've
Like,
come from a
okay.
very, very like now it's not as bad, but when I was younger, it was a very small town,
Oh.
Small towns are the
very
worst.
you know what I
When it comes to
mean?
slurs.
Not I was
Yeah.
Like
very different from everybody.
Because you were of what ethnicity?
Oh
You really
my
want to
God.
know?
Jeez, what's the
not
what's the
ethnicity that
deal
was a
with the
part of the
ethnicity?
town.
God damn.
I was not the
'Cause I-
majority. Let's just say
'cause I-
that. All right. I was not the
said-
majority of that town.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is if you are too worried about what other people think or call you, you need to take a reflection on yourself. You really do.
I usually don't care. I cared about my character getting.
But it's a fictional character. So
Yeah,
it shouldn't
but
it should matter even less. You know what I mean?
I see where Mermaid's coming from.
I
Like,
understand.
yeah.
Look, if someone like it's kind of annoying. Like if I tell someone like and they're like, "Oh, good job, Phil." I'm like, my name's Bill. Like, all right, yeah, whatever, John. Like, come on, like you know what I mean? Like, yes, I get it. There's a certain level of bounds. Like, come on, bro, you should know my name by now. But
Yeah.
am I really
someone
like?
says-
Don't let it get to you. You know what I mean? And I tell this to, and this is just literally like this goes to anything. Like, if someone
I just
tells
care
you
more
like
about
right if,
my.
if I see Frog and I hear their voice, I assume it's a girl, right? I will still call people bro. I will call Bear bro. I'll call you bro. If
Tell
they
everyone
get
you,
mad,
bro.
that is not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a she?
Going
Frog?
Yeah. Yes, my pronouns are she, her.
I don't know.
Oh, thank
It doesn't
goodness.
matter, right?
'Cause
It
I
shouldn't
was
matter.
confused.
Either way, I look at them as a human. Whether they want to identify as a girl, boy, tomato, roller coaster, they're
tomato.
human. Yeah, either way, as if you long you respect them, you're not treating them like shit.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
right.
Here's
So
my
you can't let
stance.
somebody calling you a wrong pronoun, like like not for nothing, Mermaid. That's I think being annoyed is okay. Letting it get to you, you know what I mean. Like
I
maybe
didn't
that's a
let
little
it
far.
get to me. He eventually realized and tried.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even be annoyed. Okay, because maybe they kept doing it. But there is people, right, that literally like they get mad, and it's happened to me.
Oh,
Even in
yeah.
Vrchat. Like, when someone came up,
Yep.
I don't even know who this person is. I'm like, oh, all right, sounds good, bro. Like, take care, dude. And it was like it could be like a girl, like a guy that identifies as a girl or something, and they're like, how dare you? And like treated me like I killed someone. Like, wait, what? Like, how dare you?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
something called me
I think
something fucked
everybody
up.
should be
And
allowed
I'm
to
like,
say
wait,
dude
what?
and bro to everybody.
But
Because
you
dude
can
and
say that
bro
to
are
everyone.
awesome vocabulary, my guy.
I
literally,
bro.
I'll literally say, take care, dude, or take care, bro. Like, and I don't, or I'll say like, yeah, take care, like, whatever. Even if I don't say anything, I just say it, to be nice.
Yeah. And here's
they
the
got
thing too.
extremely mad at me, like literally, like through shade, and I was being nice, like.
I think
I'm
it's
like,
just
all right,
maybe
yeah.
they got
you, like,
And,
the fuck?
and just to add on to that too, like there's there's always like that one person, unfortunately, that may end up being in friends group, which you would expect to be a friend, but then does exactly that, like as if everyone's a stranger, and say someone slips, hey, calls them a she or he, and it's like, because here's the thing too, like stranger, honestly, it's just me, a stranger shouldn't matter really, because
Yeah,
like what if they're a stranger to me, if they're a stranger to me or a stranger to you, you're a stranger to them as well, so why would that matter, right? So if it's a close friend should be a little bit more understanding than a stranger, but of course there's times where that one friend may not be as understanding as you would hope they would be.
Yeah.
And shit happens.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't let it get to you.
Exactly.
Get rid of that friend.
You can't take it personal. You can't take it personal.
Yeah.
Whether it's fictional, real, or whatever, can't take that shit personal. Because then
that's what I'm saying. If you literally are letting that get to you, like, bro, what? There's so much worse things. Like, let it go. You know what I mean?
Now,
yeah.
Getting someone calling you the wrong pronoun, whether they meant to do it on purpose or not, there's so much worse things that can happen. You know what I mean? Like, bro, just move on.
For sure.
Don't let it ruin your day. Stay positive.
like,
Yeah.
if somebody is not respecting your pronouns and blatantly disrespecting you in general,
different.
That's
Exactly.
different. Yeah,
We're
that's
not
different.
saying,
That's why I said the name thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said the name thing. That's why if I tell
disrespecting
someone
you
my name,
is-
I'm like, hey, my name's
Yeah.
Phil.
See-
and they're like, all right, yeah, John, sounds good. Like, all right,
Right.
now
Yeah.
you're blatantly doing it.
Now, if
See,
someone
it's one thing to blatantly disrespect someone, and then it's another thing where you may slip it, and then they just blow out of proportion the entire thing. It's like, hey, what the fuck,
my
you know?
cousin,
Exactly.
my
That's
cousin,
what that's exactly.
You see, that's where I understand where Turbo's getting at, because
Yeah.
because a lot of
my
times
cousin
we don't.
is
I mean, we may not even realizing it. Maybe we say by accident. Yeah, we don't mean to be disrespectful, but then someone
Yeah,
just
if
for
I
some
say-
reason blows the
Yeah.
the steam, and I'm like, you.
Exactly. If
You
that
can't-
person had
you-
come up to me like, hey, I actually use she pronouns, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I would have been like, hey, like, I call everybody dude, so like I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. Oh, okay, cool, boom, and it would have been great, and it would have been friends, and everything would have been
to
awesome.
explode doesn't make any sense because like they don't know you.
Ex-
You don't know them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
and here's the thing
well,
too. Like when it
what
comes
I'm
to a
saying is,
stranger, honestly, what do we owe to a stranger, and what does a stranger owe to us? Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly.
And that's the one thing too. Like
I actually go into the mindset of it. If you just give everyone kindness, you'll get it in return. If you don't
That's what
get
I
it,
was thinking.
walk away.
Sure.
Walk away.
I
If
think
you don't get
everyone
that kindness,
not worth
deserves
the time.
at least a little
Yeah.
bit of decency and
And so-
respect when you first meet
Right.
somebody.
Exactly, and because see the thing is, I mean, I honestly believe as long as you're respectful and you do the best you can on your part, that's all that matters.
Honestly,
It honestly doesn't matter what the other person does.
You
I
can't.
mean, they could do whatever. If they get upset at you, you know, hey, at least you can say
That's on
for
them.
yourself, like, you know what, hey, I did the best I could. You know, I said what I had to say. You know, I tried to be nice. You know what, let them,
Perfection is impossible.
steam off. You know, yeah,
Did what you could with what you
yeah,
did.
you did what you could. That's all that
Yep.
matters. And, you know, and go the rest of your day, enjoy it, and forget about it.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, look,
Forget about it.
Perfectly well said. Perfectly well said. Perfectly
Yeah.
well said.
My
All right.
gen-
How do we even
my-
get here? How do we even get to this?
I you know, I don't
Get to
know.
these
It's a
nuts.
good
From
My
period
genuine,
to this.
my genuine advice though to like everyone in general, is just don't be a dick.
That's sexist.
Don't
Hey,
be
but
a
you know what?
pussy.
You know, honestly,
Yeah,
as you know, as long
Don't be dick / pussy. There.
Here,
Dick
you know,
slash-
here's my rule. Here's my rule of
non-binary,
thumb, though. Here's my rule of thumb. You know, if we're friends, I don't care what you want to call yourself. I mean, as long as we're cool and all that, that's all that matters. Let's have fun together.
All I
Try-
care about is
and
that my friends are happy, healthy, and safe.
Yeah, let's be happy. Let's be happy together. Let's have have a nice time,
Yep.
chill out. You know, and don't let anything bother. I mean, like I said, nobody's
Actually-
perfect. Things may happen. You know, hey, things
Mhm.
happen. It happens. But as long as
I'm
we
gonna
kind of
turn-
move on from that and then just be happy,
Yep.
let's our day.
Yep.
We're good. We chill.
You-
We're chilling.
We chill. By the way,
chilling.
talking about chill, I do want to turn the wheel here. Now, what about Chill Out VR? Has anyone heard about that? Like, is that still a thing?
It's
Like,
dog shit.
Wait.
Never,
Sorry,
then it
what?
fell apart.
Chill out VR?
I look.
Yo, it's
Chill Out
terrible.
VR, Look,
It's
I do
terrible,
want to
man.
say something, and this happened the other day because, this I'm gonna say this right. I'm not gonna say any names, right? But there was somebody that we used to be in the community, and they had done some sketchy shit. So they had left. So I was like, all right, look, like, I'm not gonna ban you, but like, please, like, I don't want any drama, right? They end up coming back, and that's on them. Like, I'm like, whatever. They came back on their own volition. I didn't ask them to come back, nothing. And then they were like posting things, and I was getting like messages, like invites on VRC, like, get off VRC, like, it's a piece of crap, like the developers, this and that, we're gonna hack it. Like, I'm like, whoa. So I just like completely took a step back. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna like threaten VRC, like, just because when EAC was introduced.
Oh,
the easy
yeah.
anti-cheat, so they got so mad, and then like their social media was just flooded with like threats to the developers and fighting back and forth. So I just unfollowed them. Like, I took a step back. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I personally, I like VRC. Like, look, I got to meet you guys with it. What in it? Yeah, what it's happening? What changes happen? Yeah, I might not agree or agree, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, that thing that happened in Vrchat.
Yeah, where everybody's like, we're leaving, and all the people that
Like,
were,
all
like,
right,
really toxic
bye.
left for like a good several weeks. Like, it was like awesome.
Yep.
I was like,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going
It
to
was
public lobbies,
Beautiful.
and it was awesome. I was like, wow, like, It was crazy. I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, it
Most
hasn't been this
peaceful couple
wholesome
of
in
weeks
so
ever.
long.
Oh
It was one of the most wholesome weeks.
quietest weeks ever.
Yeah,
Best
it was
weeks
so
ever.
wholesome. I didn't crash at all. Like now, I'm getting crashed. Even with the AC, I'm getting crashed like at least once a session. But I was for a whole week. There was no crashing. All those people had. It was awesome, and I loved it. I was reading a great amount of people. I think we met around that time. Actually, we literally met around that time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then I had, I'm in other VR chat groups. I like to spread, the community and stuff and learn about other things. And I had put something like, I forgot. It was something like, like someone had put something about EAC and how they felt about the update and about the most recent update. I think the last recent update was something with, I forgot. I think it was when the groups got introduced. So I put like, oh, this is great. I really like that VRC is like really like adding all the stuff, including groups. Someone's like, yeah, but we're all going to chill out VR. Like, I'll see you there. And I'm like, what? Like, literally, my face was like, what? Like, hold up. Like, I almost forgot about that, So I'm like, oh, let me look into it. Like, did people really go to chill out VR? Because I thought that was a dead platform from last I checked. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, Chill Out VR has been pretty dead. I mean, the last time I tried getting on it, I was having issues logging in because of the influx of people going in, and the servers completely got destroyed. And then
they didn't really expect that many people.
Right? Yeah, there was so many people trying to get in, so it crashed all the servers. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm only assuming that they fixed the issue. I'm not sure. But after that, like after I tried, I've tried uploading an avatar, then it kind of went wonky. So I'm like, you know what?
I hated the UI system.
Oh, it's terrible. It was terrible.
Really?
I'll be honest though. In the first initial stages when they first started out, when I tried it, early access, it was decent. It still had some hiccups. Compared to VRChat at the time before all this new stuff came out for VRChat, it was like a little bit on par, and it had some stuff that was like, hey, I wish VRChat had it. But then now, they were kind of going downhill and they're kind of slowing down on their production. VRChat started moving up, and I'm like, you know what? VRChat's really the place to be. This is where I first initially met people that, it's like, you know what?
I mean,
I can't just drop that,
But 90% of my interactions on VRChat have been like really awesome. Like,
yeah, true.
My closest friends now, I met on VR. Like,
that's cool.
And like I met Turbo on VR. I met Bear. Bear, I think you're a wonderful human being. By the way, I'm really glad I met you.
Thank you very much.
But like, I have this small group chat of people in Discord that I met through VR, and they're some of the most supportive and just loving people I have ever met. Like,
I met my stalker ex on VR.
Well, there you go. Like, I before my surgery, every single one of them messaged in the Discord, or like me personally, and was like, "Hey, good luck with your surgery. I hope everything goes fantastic." Like, they're just supportive and loving and nice. And like a couple weeks ago, I had to take a little bit of a hiatus from social media because I was just kind of feeling down in the dumps and I needed to focus on myself. Every single one of them sent me a text message and was like, "I'm so sorry you're feeling so down. That really sucks. I hope you feel better. Like, I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. I'm sending you my thoughts." Like, some of the most wholesome people I've ever met, I met through VR.
That's awesome.
And I think that's awesome. Yeah,
I
really think it is.
It's really awesome.
Really nice. I've noticed that I have a lot of. There's some friends I have that are furries that are really nice and chill.
Okay, I've met some really bomb furries. Like, I just went to. Sometimes I'll just go and hang out in like the furry hideout lobby just because they're so nice.
Remember I was talking about this. I agree. Like, furry people, they are the nicest freaking people.
For sure.
They're so nice.
For sure.
Awesome. I love going to, like, I'm not a furry at all. I don't ever see myself being a furry, but I can see where they're coming from because, like, I'm not a furry, so I can't really 100% understand how to be one. But when I'm around one, it's just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to be like, yo, this is who they want to be, and they're so nice about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're super cool people. They're super nice. Like, they're
supportive.
they're not like self-centered or anything. Like, it's so cool, and I really like it. So yeah,
I really
awesome.
like how the friend group I was in this year, which was also on VRChat, was very rude to furries. Even though the furries that I've met most of the time are very nice and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've met like one or
helped.
two, like
Yeah.
mean furries, but they were like
Really?
gatekeeping. Yeah, they furry gatekeepers. Yeah, I don't know.
Furry gatekeeper.
I mean, no, I understand that because like, where's your furry avatar? I don't have one. You're not allowed.
Where is the avatar? Where is it?
Yeah, I
You shall not pass go.
Furries also, like, they have, they just want to be themselves. But being themselves means they have to be ridiculed and made fun of by people that don't understand them, or beta mentality. Okay, or what's that? What's the bottom of the fucking chain? What is that called? Is it
Charlie mentality? I don't know.
No, just bottom. It's just AK, like, so there's people that, like,
there's alpha.
They're so weak that they literally go after, like, they'll go after things that they see as weak to make themselves not seem as weak. It's like that weird ass mentality, so
I know what you're talking about.
Actually,
it's I can't think of a word.
There's a lot of guys that like that.
Yeah,
there's a fish that does that.
A fish that does that?
But either way, they it's kind of like they just like attack something that, like, oh, we could easily bully this because it's so different from like what our norms are,
Oh, they're just like trying to what's it called? I don't know if it's like building self-esteem. I don't know.
It's easy to pick on, and not for nothing, like, that's why I think furries are so cool, because they all have felt that. They all have felt that, like, hey, I want to, I really want to show myself as this. Like, I love this. This is so cool. I love having bunny ears or frog ears or whatever, dog ears. But if I show this, I know I'm going to get ridiculed. And then
yes, they do. They have ear holes. They have ear holes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just cut your ears off. No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Like to have someone hide it or be ridiculed for it. So, like, they already know what it feels like. So they don't do it to others or each other. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That dynamic, like I know that's a good thing that comes. That's a good thing that comes out of bad.
I have the perfect analogy, because you were looking for, like, what's it call it? Have you ever seen a pug in a dog park? Pugs in dog parks will go after the biggest dog there.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that.
Pugs in dog parks. I used to have a pug, and every pug that we owned would go after the biggest, toughest looking dog, because they were the small one. They were they were like, I gotta assert my dominance because I'm tiny and I don't know what else to do.
I don't know what I'm saying.
So it's pug mentality. It's
pug mentality, like
pug mentality. Yeah. It could be Chihuahua mentality too.
They're just snorkeling.
Chihuahua, yeah.
Chihuahua mentality. Siamese cat mentality.
Well, pugs are just a series of genetic catastrophes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like and if you're gonna be spreading shade, like spreading hate to people who you don't even know,
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say if you're gonna be spreading cheeks to everyone.
Just spreading cheeks. Spreading cheeks.
Oh my god. But no, I mean, so either way, what I'm saying is,
pug mentality. Awesome. You're just making noise.
I love furries. I'm not a furry myself, but I love furries as people. They're
some of their avatars are really cool as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Crazy things. I'm always like, like changing colors. Guys have like a drone. Like, what?
That they have a great way of spending their money on me, because I'm a commission artist.
Yeah, they're so supportive of commission artists. They are so ready to drop their money to support artists.
To draw like a dog banging another dog.
I wouldn't draw that, but I'll draw the persona.
Or big titty cat women, yes.
Listen,
I would also pay if I was into that. That was the only way.
Weird transition. Yeah. Speaking of big titties, I've just been looking up at the statue here and there. I wish her titties were a little bit bigger.
Well, wait. Quick question. Have any? Okay, so wait, have you seen? Do you know which anime that's from?
No, bro. That literally just looks like a naked chick.
I can't really. There's no details.
Okay, for those watching this right now, check out Alphenlied. It's an old anime. Pretty graphic, so
You're so
viewers
nerdy.
discretion advised.
I don't watch hentai.
Not that okay. It's like borderline, but it's like not like that. It's more like the gore area, but it's it's a
You're
lot of
literally
it's a lot of gore.
such
It's
a nerd.
a lot of gore. So viewers discretion advised. But yeah, check it out. Yeah, check it out for those.
You're a really big nerd.
You know what? You're a really big nerd. You know what? You know that?
Thanks.
God
My
damn.
fault. I always saw it as a compliment when someone said you're a geek or a nerd. Like I was like, hell yeah.
I mean, aren't we? Okay, hold on. Aren't we all nerds here? Like,
no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I'm
But
not
you're all-
yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
You're
Come on.
all
I'm not saying
wearing-
I'm not. I am. I'm saying not all of us are nerd. I know people that
We-
are dead. I'm like, wow, they're
everyone
not
I'm
in
only
nerds.
in
this
the
everyone in this
fantasy- the
lobby
dark
is
fantasy
actively
aspect,
wearing something
okay,
against their
mate?
face
So-
so that we
so-
can talk to each other in our fictional characters.
Literally.
Just saying.
So we're all nerds. In
You're
some
all
in some
specifically-
More nerdy than
shape
others.
in some shape or form, we are nerds of our own volition.
Like how you're a weeaboo.
I wouldn't consider myself a weeaboo. There's a lot of people that I know that are definite weeaboos. I would not consider myself one of them.
You're not a weeaboo?
No,
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
I don't
not
even know
what
what
your
that is.
avatar says.
if someone
I just wanted to say you're not a weeaboo. It just sounds like
Just wanted to
something you don't
participate in the
want to be.
conversation.
yeah. I was like, I don't know. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Bear, you're a little weeaboo. Huh? A little weeaboo bear. Weeaboo bear.
No.
What is a weeaboo? Someone explain that to me. I don't
so
know what that is.
basically a weeaboo is someone who is over it depends. Some people may a lot of people I would say would consider weeaboos like with someone that would be overly over the top into Japanese art,
Anime.
you know,
Culture.
Okay.
animes and culture to
Yeah.
the point to where they'll even buy
Hentai.
that costumes, swords, and shit, and go way and beyond to the point where they'll even think they
They did the
know
Naruto
Japanese
run during
culture.
recess.
So remember the guy that tried to
Did
completely
that.
change himself into a Korean?
Ollie.
What?
No.
Ollie.
No, I don't
You
even.
know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Ollie. Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
he's a what do they call it? A queeb or a queeboo or something like that. What do they call it?
Koreaboo.
Koreaboo.
Yeah.
So he is a Korean version of a weeaboo. He's like the extreme version of that, but that's basically kind of in the
Got
line of
surgery
what
to make himself look more Korean.
Wow.
yes. So that's like kind of getting to that type of territory where they really think that they are a part of that culture.
War power tool, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
why
what
I'm
to
like,
say
yeah, that's why I'm like, if someone says, "Are you weeaboo?" No, I do not consider
I mean,
myself
look,
that
He
extreme.
will correct. He will correct Korean native Korean speakers. Wrong.
I mean, look, if
a-
he's more power to him. If a girl or a guy wants to get some kind of surgery to look like a
So-
certain way.
Oh no
that
no!
they see-
It's not just to look. It's to claim that yes, I am this, and
He's-
people who are this are wrong.
He's trans Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's telling people who are actually Korean that oh no, what you're saying is wrong. Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
with it.
He's
might,
correcting native Korean speakers
No.
incorrectly.
Can I
Like,
just
he's-
say, I think
yeah.
I'm not
I
into
mean,
the
look-
whole transracial idea. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't-
apologize.
Yeah,
Look,
I,
I
think
don't
that's
mind.
dumb.
Look, I'm
Trans.
gonna say this, right? If you want to be a culture, right? I don't really believe in how do I say it? In appropriation, if that makes sense. So if a white guy, let's say a white guy, right? Because they're the main targets here, right? I'm gonna be like, if I was a white guy and I want to wear a poncho and a sombrero and I go out, I'm not gonna get mad. I, as Hispanic, not mad. I'm like, bro, that's what
No.
you want to do.
Oh, so
Cool.
you're,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad.
so
Yeah.
you're
However,
Mexican.
People, and
Oh
I will
my
tell you this, I will tell you this right now: the Hispanic culture does not feel offended at all.
Yeah,
We
they
are
don't.
Like, yo, wear that poncho, wear that hat.
I
Here,
like
wear these
ponchos.
shoes too.
Yeah,
And
because they'll be happy and proud
You
of
know
it.
who gets mad? You know who will get mad? Other white people.
Yeah.
White
Other white
people are the
people get
most
mad,
offended.
and they will say,
There's
you're
Typically,
appropriating a
white
culture
women.
that's not yours.
Wait, can I just say there's this video
Yeah.
I watched like a couple months ago where this dude
I don't want
was
to get
like,
racial, but
who was wearing a poncho and a sombrero and
Uh-huh.
the shaky things, and
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
"Yo," and to white people, he was like, "Yo,
Shaky things in the Vrchat.
Yes, and he was like to white people, "Hey, is this offensive?" And they were all going like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." But then he went into the Mexican part of the town he was in, and they were like, "No, no, no."
No, it's cool. I'm like, yo, do it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I've seen that too.
Blow it
Yeah,
up.
because
That's
I
the
mean,
culture
honestly,
of
because
themselves.
I mean,
Do it up.
I mean, even I myself,
We're all one.
I do believe it's cool when you are kind of getting to know other people's cultures and try to be a part of
it's
it.
awesome.
But then it's another thing when you try to kind of
Correct
force
them
yourself into it and correct them. Like, hey, no, that's not right. Yeah, this is how it should be done. Like, no, like, hey, let them, live their life. If you want to share in it, yeah, go ahead. But don't try to force yourself into their ways and then try to change it. Or
Exactly.
Also,
I'm not going to dress up. I'm not going to dress up in, as much as I love Japanese culture and stuff, I'm not going to dress up in samurai gear and then go to Japan and go to like a museum and say, you know what?
Pictures.
It's actually pronounced samurai, not samurai.
I'm not going to say exactly. I'm not going to go to them and say,
Fuck.
I don't think this is really up to par to the samurai cult. Like, what? No. I will rock the samurai gear. I'm not going to do that. But rock the samurai gear. I'll be like, hell yeah, this is all. I think it's beautiful. I think this is really cool. I really like their discipline was really cool, and I really take pride in that. Am I a samurai? No, but that's what I'm saying. So like that guy, the whole him changing his body to it, you know what? More power to him. But him like actually going and kind of like, how do I say it? Almost like overstepping that boundary of going from hey, this is my freedom of expression to like, hey, I'm almost better than you. Like they're switching lanes and reaching.
Hey, and this is the icing on the cake to let you know why he did it, because he was trying to make himself look like a K-pop idol and rename himself as that K-pop idols. Yep, and he went to Korea and told everyone, yes, my name is so and so, and that.
Defamation.
Look, whatever. If they want to, if that's what they look, if they are seeing, and I'm not going to judge. In their eyes, they saw this K-pop star. I don't even know who it is, but no, I'm not saying defamation. I'm saying that they saw this K-pop star and they saw it as, wow, that is beautiful. I want to be just like that.
No, but
they're
changing themselves.
Oh no, but they didn't just want to be like them. They wanted to be them. They were
very wanted to take over. Yeah,
they were like very possessive and very persistent about that.
Yeah, that's stalker vibes.
And he had he had photos all up on this person. He's like, oh yeah, can you make me look like this, dude? I think he spent like over $200,000 on prosthetics to make himself look like. And like, oh man, it's crazy.
Like I said, if they see something and they see it as beautiful, whatever it's, even if it's a K-pop star or a rapper or a country singer, whatever, and they see it and they're like, this is beautiful, and they want to be like them, be like them. That's cool. Like, do your thing. But I will say this, like, it sounds like this guy, I don't know who he is, but it sounds like he might actually have like some kind of issue, maybe some kind of trauma in the past. Something happened. Like, he's like obsessing over it. Oh, maybe it's like an unhealthy amount.
It's you would think unhealthy is a kind of undermining the.
So there's probably something more to it than just like him trying to desire to look like something.
Can I just say,
what's up?
The dude, since he's trying to be that person and making claims about that person, that feels like a defamation claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine, because you're trying to be an identity, take not just like change your identity, but you're taking someone else's identity and trying to impersonate them or look exactly like them.
That's not defamation, though.
That's like
defamation's when you like you're someone's character down. Yeah, you're defaming them.
You're defaming them.
Actively making.
No, this is like identity theft. This is like almost like border identity theft.
If this person pretended to be this person and they went to concerts, I've heard of people doing this. By the way, not
for sure.
Like I've heard just in general, like people will go to concerts where like this person might be expected to go, and they pretend to be that person, and all the fans don't know any better, so like, oh my,
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the guy that looked like just like an Ed Sheeran, and actually
Really? Yeah,
got invited? He was like identical, looked like identical, and
it
up
feels
to
like by
up to this.
mistake. If he just went like didn't really think, and they were like, "Hey, yo, come over here," and like,
No,
oh
he
shit,
did
like,
he did it
are
as
you
a prank. He did it as a prank, and then
Oh, okay.
and then he actually met Ed Sheeran, and then now he's his double.
But that was a prank.
Yeah, it was originally a prank, but now he's like
get $300,000 worth of surgery. He doesn't have a whole plaster of Ed Sheeran all
right,
over his body. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, this guy doesn't. He just like, hey, look, I look like him. Like, let me just do this quick prank. All right, that's like, I don't see
Yeah.
anything wrong with
See,
that.
that's no problem
But,
with
like,
that. But the other guy,
just
that's a
people
whole
that,
other story. Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost like
Yeah.
unhealthy, you know.
For
But I also
sure.
kind of see it a little bit poserish. I kind of see a little poserish. Like,
Yeah.
be
You think
yourself,
so?
make your own
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, like there was a trend for a little bit where people would dress up like Billie Eilish because she would wear
Oh
sunglasses, and they
yeah.
would dress
Okay.
up and like walk through malls just for clout. Like, that's, I don't know, it's just poserish. Like, you're riding on someone else's coattails to try to get like likes up or try to get like this fake attention. It's not even you,
Yeah.
it's someone else. Like,
Speaking of
you know what
Billie
I mean?
Eilish, can we just talk
Yeah.
about how talented she is?
Does sing pretty good. Yes.
She's really talented. Like,
Not
I don't personally like follow her, but I've listened to her music, and I've had an opportunity to listen to her without any auto tune or anything like that. She's really good.
pretty good, even without a
Oh
tune.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
It's hard. That's one thing that's, and not for nothing. Yo, I was looking at the whole music industry. Like, so one thing that we don't have a shortage of is singers. We do not have a shortage of singers. There is so many people that are talented and have great singing voice. There's no shortage of that. So like, trying to rise above that already oversaturated pool of people that already know how to sing is really hard, and that they did it at such a young age is pretty intense. It also helps to have rich parents, so that works. That does help out a lot, you know. Like, so that does help.
Yeah.
If you have rich parents, you can move. Look at like Drake. Drake had rich
Just
parents.
hold on, I'm coming home.
Just hold on. You know, he networked with Lil Wayne. Like, he just found him, and that's kind of look at Drake now. He's huge. You know, I feel like even more popular than Lil Wayne. You know, that's like his person that used. You know, he kind of, this guy was like, "Yo, I could use you to help my fame," and now he's like way above him. Like, Lil Wayne kind of fell off. And, yeah. But yeah, no. I like I said, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up because definitely something. I know we went crazy left on this, but yeah. So Chill Out VR, like I said, I don't mind. I'm cheering for Chill Out VR.
Yeah,
I want
we're
it to do
here.
good. I
Oh,
want
yeah.
VR chat to be on its toes. I want competition. You know what I mean? I would love to have Chill Out VR to be really good, and maybe even one day be like Quest compatible or something. But you know,
Maybe so.
I just don't think, I from what I saw, the majority of the people that were going to Chill Out VR were just so toxic. I didn't even want to be part of that wave. So I just took a step back.
Yeah,
you know,
and honestly, the way that it seems like it's going, and because it is developed by a small VR enthusiast group, I don't see it really improving anytime in the near future. I mean, if it does, hey, great, but I highly doubt it, because remember that Chill Out VR was supposed to officially release February of this year, 2022. It's supposed to be. And
10 months ago.
Yeah, that was like 10 months ago. And yeah, it's still on early access and it never been released. So
I mean, like I said, I'm rooting for them. I mean, it's not looking too good for them, but I'm rooting for them. I really do want competition with VR chat. I don't want VR chat to get complacent. However, you know, obviously, you know, VR chat did do they have a partnership with Sony now, and that's why they started doing all this EAC stuff and kind of tightening everything up. Because they kind of, you know, they wanted to get this partnership, which they have gotten, you know, so I'm actually really happy with that.
So
Now,
VR chat's been working hard. I don't think it's fair to judge them because you don't like what they're doing. Like, they're
exactly
right. I agree.
A lot of effort into making this a pretty decent damn game.
Yeah, it really
and
is.
I mean,
really
if you think about it from the way it started out from the beginning till now, like look at to what it is today, the amount of improvements, like how smooth the UI interface looks, the way the cameras look now. I mean,
some of the pictures Turbo gets from like his
from the movie shots,
from his movie shots and stuff like that.
It's awesome.
They're good.
Yeah, they're pretty good pictures. Yeah,
the posters would not have been possible. I would have had to use like a 3D rendering thing, and it would just been a pain in the ass. Versus me just like on Vrchat. Let me just take this photo. It's awesome. They did a great job. I don't really know the developers like that either. Like you know what I mean? And I don't know. Just that wave was so toxic. Like people threatening the devs, like demanding blood. Like
and they doxed them too. You know, it's like that was crazy.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm not gonna be part of that wave. And the part that kind of like pisses me off, and this is where I'm like, yo, you're not only were you toxic, but now you're fake as fuck. Is now I see those same people on Vrchat.
Yeah, they came right back to the same spot where they left.
They'll and I'm just like, bro, like. What kind of not only are you toxic, but now you're like your word isn't worth anything because I'll respect you more if you're gonna be toxic.
Good response.
Yeah, if you're gonna be toxic and do all this and go to Chill VR, then go to Chill VR. I'll respect you more as a person if you just stay and stay true to your word versus going to Chill VR, being toxic, demanding blood, and then coming back to Vrchat. Now I'm like, all right, well, so your word means nothing. You're just a shit talker, and you don't even like. You're literally back. So everything you said probably doesn't mean anything. You know, you're literally back in Vrchat. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like,
now I've had lulls from game where I was like, oh, there was like a slope for a little bit where it didn't really have my interest anymore. But I was never like, it's a horrible game. I'm never coming back. Like I had my lull and then I come back. But I also would never send a death threat.
Oh
to the developer.
Exactly. I feel like that's been the trend for these past couple years or so, where when it comes to games that are popular and people don't like what they see or what is going on, they send death threats, and even like to artists and stuff like that. It's stupid,
It really is. No one even. I mean, this happens in not just Vrchat devs, but even like movies. Like Star Wars people were getting like, bro. First off, no one is forcing you to play Vrchat or watch a movie or watch no one is forcing you. Okay. It is just a form of art that we're watching, right?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. You have love for it, and it hurts that they may have gone a direction that hurts you personally, but like, bro, like
not their fault.
What? Not to the point where you're like ruining the person's life. Like what? Like that's just mentally unstable people that are making
someone else's
dumb decisions.
Creative liberty with their creation is none of your business.
Exactly, that's true too. So and I get it. I mean, I get it. Like I'm not here to say that developers aren't allowed to be held accountable. There's games that I've played that I loved, and then the developer did some dumb shit because they're trying to get money, and they've ruined the game. And that happens. That does happen. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. That does happen. Developers make stupid decisions sometimes, and it's not, usually the stupid decision is for money. That's usually what happens. Rarely is
I'm a little disappointed.
Is a decision made for not because like they want something else.
Down now, but you wouldn't be like, go die.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
too
bad. Exactly. You know what I do? I stop playing the game.
Down now. Yeah. Like,
I stop playing the game and I say why. I say why. Yeah, I'll just say, hey, you know what? I would have no problem if I probably would have been like, you know what? I might try Chill VR if that community was like, hey, like we're really taken back of what was done, especially since there was no warning. So we're gonna just go to Chill Out VR, and we wish Vrchat the best. And if that was the wave, I probably would have joined it. I might have joined it. I would have like, yo, really? That's happening? All right, you know what? Let me download Chill Out VR, and you know what? Let's do it. But the way it went and just how toxic it went, especially after Vrchat has provided so much, like, bro, you know what I mean? It's not even like there's no way you can be like one day like, wow, I love Vrchat, and next day like I demand blood. Like no way. Like it's just not right. Like so
the blood will be in our hands.
Yeah, and like I said, all those people, like I unfollowed a lot of them, and there's some of them that I might have missed. I may have forgot to unfriend them or something. Like I see them, you know what I mean? They either join on me or I see them like, I'm like, bro, they're on and they're on for a long time. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
Apologize. You should seriously, like, I would apologize, like, publicly apologize. Like, hey, I publicly demanded blood. I'm gonna publicly apologize now. I apologize. I'm eating my words now. That's like the only way to kind of come back, if you could even come back from that.
Right, dude. 'Cause it's crazy, you know, when people do that, and it's ridiculous. Like, it's not that serious, you know. And then
Really,
the part that I think made it even worse is when they tried to like turn their anger in a way and point out like, oh well, this affects disabled people. I'm like, really? Like, how?
Yeah, no, they were trying to use that, like, how dare you remove, you know, quality of life? Like, how are people going to use sign language? I'm like, bro, stop. All right, most people using clients, like 99%, are crashers. That was a thing. That's literally what it was. It was crashers and VPN stealers. Like, they would be able to. So for those that don't know, I won't go hard into it, but every time you talk, you are giving out your IP. Every time you talk, it's it's IPsec. It's a bunch of these things where if you don't talk, they really can't get your info. But as soon as you talk, there's a communication between your computer, the tower that your computer is connecting to, and your ISP is connecting to, and then go into the Vrchat servers. Every time you talk, and not just Vrchat, that's a lot of games. They use IPsec or VoIP.
Using the internet works in general.
Exactly. The voice it'll have its own, like, that's how they get your information. And a lot of people, these clients, would literally have like people's IPs, and with those IPs, it's an internet it's internet protocol. So long story short, you can kind of tell where you won't be able to tell exactly what street they're on, but it's a little scary if some little kid's like, hey, shut up, I know you're from New York, you know, like, oh shit, like, what the hell? Me, I don't care. I really don't care. But somebody, you know, a little Quest kid, and they say something, and then some grown dude's like, hey, shut up, man. I know you live in, like, you know, Mississippi in the town of Lexington, you know. The little kids will be like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So that was happening. I mean, that was one of the clients. Then you have crashers and things like that. So I was like, hell yeah, turn that EAC the fuck on. I was so sick of it. I dealt with that in the front lines, bro. So I hated all those.
ASL.
What's up?
People can still use sign language.
Yeah, because they could customize their avatars for that too, and all.
So I actually know a little bit of sign language. I know customer service sign language, and I know enough that in VR, someone can sign something to me and I'll understand it. You know, it's not like they got rid of all options.
I know, but people were acting like, how dare you attack the disabled community? Like, all right, stop.
Yeah, it's not like
disabled community.
With the finger tracking, with my motion disabled, I can sign way more.
Yeah. But that's what Bear's saying is, like, people were using
that as a scapegoat.
They were pushing they were pushing the disabled community in front, using them as like, how dare you attack them? But in reality, it's like, sorry, that was a casualty of war, but 90% of it was this, you know.
Yeah, the only sign that people were giving you was your crash note at the end of it.
Exactly. And a lot of that was fixed. They did actually deliver on the thing. Now, I will go back now and I will say, yo, like, VRChat, now that you have EAC on, they got to update that EAC. I've been getting crashed like every day. It's going back to, it's to the point where I feel like EAC is not even doing anything.
I'm going to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't been crashed for months.
That's good. I mean, that's probably a good thing, right?
I mean, that's the same thing for me. I mean, other than on Quest is the only one that I've ever been crashed on.
Gotcha. I'm on PC and I get crashed.
PC, desktop PC, VR, PC VR, I mean, perfectly fine. Quest VR is another story. Like, you get like someone with a very like Quest unfriendly avatar that's maybe purposely designed for that. You know, for the Quest, because you know sometimes like you'll be in a lobby full of Questies and all of them disappear at once. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this gauntlet might be the breaker, you know? You never.
Hey, Cat,
I deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
I think I got crashed twice this week alone.
Really?
So I deal with it constantly all the time. I literally have people come into stream, say, hey, can I join you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, man. And I friend them, and then they crash me.
Why
and
do
sometimes
you get crashed more than I do?
And then sometimes I'm not even friends with them. Like, actually yesterday, Black Hat, I was there with friends. I was showing no one's avatar except like one person, and the person that crashed me, their avatar wasn't even shown, and they still crashed me. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, if you're gonna enable EAC, like at least make it do its job. You know what I mean? Like update it. You can't just turn EAC and not update it, because crashers are gonna see like, oh, okay, we like this is the definitions. Let's go around that, and you have to keep updating EAC. So I really hope that's. I mean, if they're gonna enable it, they better keep it updated. That's all I'm saying.
I get why
it's not working right now.
why they haven't yet, because they're also really cracking down on some other stuff right now. Like, have you been seeing how many avatars are getting removed?
Yeah, because but that's just because of money. Like people are seeing that like, oh, like, you know, and I get it. What's happening is people that make avatars, that make money on it. Then someone rips the avatar, which is a whole nother problem in its own. And you rip the avatar, and then you, how do I say it? Then they go and use that avatar, and that whole thing is its own monster, because I mean, I don't know if you guys want to get into it or not, but to me, like, I mean, if it gets to the point, I don't want them to get too crazy with that, and it kind of sucks for creators, but I don't want them to get too crazy because that, because as soon as if they crack down on for small creators, it's just a matter of time before big creators like the one I'm wearing right now start saying, hey, what about us? And then pretty soon you will not be able to wear any avatar that isn't licensed by the person that is allowing you to use it. That's why, like, I get it, like the Gumroad thing, and I know it takes time, but I really hope that kind of stays kind of more of on like a request only thing, you know. And I really hope it kind of stays on a thing where maybe it's because on the Gumroad it says specifically do not, you know, use. I know there's a lot of law things involved, and depending on where they're using it and things like that, but you cannot let that get too out of control. There has to be a balance, because next thing you know, if you start giving in too much to the oh, like, you know, no, you know what, like, so creator made this and they don't want, and if you didn't pay for it, you can't wear it. Then next thing you know is you're gonna start seeing all the licensed avatars going away.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
You're gonna start seeing them all start cracking down. You're just be like, you know what? Oh, that's a world that's not licensed. Get it out of here. All Call of Duty avatar, get them out of here. You know what I mean? We don't even want to deal with that anymore. That's why I'm like, it's you know, I want creators to get paid and I want them to get the credit they deserve. But at the same time, I also want people to have the freedom to choose whatever they want to wear and also do whatever they want to do.
Of the avatar, simple.
Watermark.
I mean, that's fun too. Yeah. Now, like, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a balance. Now, if let's say, Mermaid, right? That avatar, right? Like, let's say you made that avatar, right? You specifically made it. You worked day and night for it, you know, and you made it, and then
if I made it, I don't know why I didn't give it a bigger butt.
I'm just saying, if you did, right? Let's say you made that avatar, it's unique, and then you have it up, you have it, and you have it as a private avatar, and then you upload it. You don't even upload it to a world. You just make it, and you're like, this is mine. I don't care. And then I copy it, rip it, right? I rip it without your knowledge, and then I put it on Gumroad, and I make a world about it, and I say, yeah, I made this avatar. Pay me if you want. Join my Discord, and I'll give you a copy of it. Or here's my Gumroad. That's fucked up. That I don't like, because that's creators making like kind of like specifically going after small creators, if that makes sense. That's pretty fucked up, right? And I don't like that, right? That's just the same thing with this. I'm not gonna go out, grab this avatar, and then go on Gumroad and be like, hey, do you want this Halo avatar? Like, pay me. No, I didn't make. I made this avatar, but this idea that I'm wearing, I don't even want to poke at it. I don't want to poke at, like, you know what I mean? Now, if I made it like maybe without the helmet, okay, then yeah, maybe that I could like sell a little more. But you know what I mean? That's messed up, because you made it. You took your time to make that avatar, and I'm not even giving you credit for it. You know what I mean? I'm saying I made it. I'm faking it. I'm saying I'm making it. I'm making all the money. I'm not giving you any royalties, and I'm getting all the credit. And people are like, oh yeah, when they see that avatar, it's.
Can I just mention, it's really hard if you really like an avatar. Sometimes it's really hard to find the creator of that avatar.
Yeah, it is. And
like
that's true. That's true. That, and I agree with that. I 100%. I've been in that situation.
I only talked to this. I found out. I found the person who made this avatar, but he didn't. He seemed really annoyed with me, and I tried friending him because for me personally, I would like an edit of this avatar for just me, where the butt's bigger.
Yeah, I got you.
That's all I want.
And that's the thing. That's why I say there's got to be a balance. If as long as you're not like, hey, I want to copy the avatar so I can sell myself and take all the credit, that's fucked up. But then you also have, like, honestly, what you just mentioned, I ran into that 100%. And that's why sometimes I'm like, yo, as a creator and you put your stuff out there and you're not like, yo, people are going to take your shit. If they like it, they're going to take your shit. You know what I mean?
Before there were avatar author things, I used to use this flame avatar a lot before I realized that it's a really high avatar that could crash people by accident, and I didn't want that to happen.
Oh no!
You know,
because it's a lot, but yeah. So I found it in this one world, and I took it, but but it only took me. It took me so long to find the guy who made it, because I lost the avatar, but then I found it again. But then I couldn't even contact the dude. Also, I like to mention as well that I found this avatar in a random world. I don't really with a bunch of other avatars. I feel like there are avatar worlds that people just like, oh, this avatar is fun. I'm just gonna place it in this avatar world for other people to copy whenever they want. I feel like
that does happen.
I don't know if it was the dude's own personal world. I randomly found it or something, but yeah. So I tried getting in contact with the dude. I thought I met someone who knew the dude, but I guess I didn't, because I never met the flame skeleton dude.
I mean, I will say this. I ran into that issue. I had it where actually this will happen with Kairu. Kairu really liked this one avatar and he wanted it. He was just like wondering if there's a way he wanted a copy of it so he can wear it and make it quest friendly. He was like, I won't even make any changes. I'll give you credit and everything. I'll even put your name. It's like, but I just want to make it quest friendly. And we went to the world. We literally tracked the author down. Like, we went to a world. The guy was at like a public world at, like, I guess one of his friends. Maybe we went in. And he's like, hey, like, just want to say, like, I really love your avatar. Like, you made this a while back. Like, I just want to know if you ever plan on making a quest version, or if you have like a file like online on a website or something that like maybe I can make quest friendly and just wear it. Like, and the guy was like, like, he's like, oh my God, like, can someone handle this? And he like walked away. And then like some girl came up like, hey, like, yeah, like, he's got a Discord if you want to join it. But like, yeah, he doesn't really like take public requests like that. Like, I'm like, bro, what? Like, calm down. You're not fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Can I just say, I really hate like, when I met, so, you know, as I mentioned, I met the author of this avatar, and then he seemed super annoyed with me, and all I wanted was an edit, and I would have paid him money.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like, you're an avatar creator, all right? You're not the president of the United States. You're not Leonardo DiCaprio. You're not, you know what I mean? Bruce Springsteen. Like, you're an avatar creator, all right? Like, I don't get that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when he had that mentality, I was like,
Kinsey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
You know, like, I just felt so like, one is like, yo, like, this dude's showing you love for something you created, and then you're just gonna like brush him away like that.
Yeah,
I was like, let's get out of here. And I felt so bad. Like, he was like, oh, like, I guess he doesn't want to help.
Talking about my character, I would die. I would literally die with love and affection.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I'd be like, yo, yeah, no problem.
About my characters in that light.
You could even say, even if like it's not, even if they're busy, like, hey, like, I appreciate you liking my stuff. Like, hey, like, you know, join my Discord, or say like, hey, like, look, like, it's actually like a private avatar. I don't really change them or anything, so I apologize. But hey, I just appreciate you liking my avatar. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, it's all I had to say. It's all you have to say, right?
Yeah. You know,
just because
like,
we're on the internet doesn't mean just because we're on the internet doesn't mean you have to be rude. Politeness.
Yeah,
you're right.
Mermaid, I know exactly what you mean. I've dealt with this firsthand. I've seen my friend literally go through it right in front of my face. I was like, bruh. I literally like not for nothing. I felt like I just went, like, you just introduced like it's almost like you went with your kid to Santa, and you're like, all right, go ahead, ask for Santa. And the Santa's like, what the fuck you want, kid? And Santa, I want this. And like, Santa did real and just walked away. That's how I felt. I was like, yo, what the hell's wrong with you, bro? Like, what the hell? You know, so I don't know, right? Like I said, if you're a creator, whether it's a map world or avatar or even clothes or whatever you make, like, bro, you're creating this for people to use. Like, be happy. Like, you know, when someone
Right.
It's like
giving
when
you
someone.
issues, like,
It's like for anything else. Also, like if someone
yeah,
made a
if you don't
book
want it, if the
or
public makes you
music.
mad, then don't make it public.
Exactly. It could be for yourself. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
No one has. You
but
don't have to share your novel.
yeah, but yeah. But all right, it is 10. Bear, anything you wanna?
You know what? Honestly, I mean, this has been pretty awesome episode for tonight. If I don't say
Yeah.
so myself, you
We had
know,
really good conversations.
that
Yes.
indeed we have. I mean, wait, how long has it been? Like, it's been
And
like
and my cat
2.5
only
hours?
meowed only a couple of times.
Only once, something like that. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, it's been great. I had a great time with y'all. It's, you know, honestly, it's been a good while since we had a podcast in VR. So definitely want to get back into the VR podcast. You know, it's
Hell
great,
yeah.
and then especially, you know, the new podcast world. I think it's coming out pretty fantastic. I don't know. What do
I
y'all
like
think? What do
it.
y'all think?
I want a
Oh, wait, hold on.
chandelier
I'm just
or
gonna-
like or
one
like
second,
a
1 second.
carpet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
Or-
like it a lot.
It needs decorations.
But I feel like I'm in a dungeon.
I need some decorations in this bitch, and also maybe some other like
Decorations.
torches on the walls, and make it
Well, that
look
could be
more
done.
medieval fantasy,
Right,
and maybe some
Bear,
skulls
Bear.
like just hanging around on
Must
the
have a different
floor,
name.
maybe, or maybe
Skulls, yeah, make it more dungeon like. Put like dead
Skull.
bodies too.
The-
Maybe
the-
somebody
Yeah.
like chained up against the wall.
You know, talking about that, which I'll show y'all later after we're done with the stream. I'll show y'all in a bit. But
You need
And
a
maybe-
you need a statue of me right here. That's what
That'd be
makes
dope.
perfect. Just a statue of me praising the coochie.
Also, for those who are watching us right now who may be wondering what we're talking about, unfortunately, I cannot show you on stream due to TOS. But
POS.
yes,
Totally
it
naked
is
chick.
Oh.
no, that
naked
is
chick.
totally off subject. There we go. Totally off. But maybe if we do a on a Patreon.
Actually, it's not a naked chick. It's actually just a statue. And it's in showing
no
the female
nipples.
body form. That's all. Yeah, that's
It
it.
is.
There's no
It's
nipples.
it is called
It's kind of like
Ort.
showing like a Greek god. You know, like Greek gods, or they would show like Olympic statue men. It's the same thing.
Right,
I don't
right.
see any nipples.
art.
I
There's
don't
nothing.
see a
It is
hole.
art.
You technically couldn't get banned
All
off
right.
TOS, but I would still play it safe.
Oh yeah, let's play it safe. Anyway, but you know what? Take pictures of it. Put it on Patreon.
We'll take a photo of all. Yeah, we'll take a photo of this all.
Of all,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll
for the
it?
main supporters.
In front of
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
we'll
Yeah,
take a
why
photo
not?
of
Why
all.
not? Yeah, boy. But yeah. Anyways, I think that about does it. Also, let's see. Yeah. I think that's everything. Cool. Yeah. Like always, yeah. I hope you enjoy this episode of the Bergeson podcast. Hope y'all will stay tuned for the next one. So new schedule coming up. Boss Marmalade, hurry up, get over here. So
Marmalade.
so new schedule coming up. So I'll be moving the podcast for Tuesday nights instead of Thursday nights. So even though we did it Friday, kind of forgot about it yesterday. But new work schedule, going back to the B portion weeks, like how it used to be. So Tuesday night podcast, instead of doing it Sunday night, so that at least, it kind of gives everyone a nice break from, the end of their weekend, let them relax, get started in the beginning of the week, and then be able to enjoy a little close to midweek podcast. And be about the same time, what do you think? 4:30 is about a good time, how we did it today? What do y'all think?
Sure.
Sure.
I think
All
that
right.
was perfect.
New time.
Sure.
4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those central timers, we're going for 6:30 p.m. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Turbo, or anyone that was involved in the podcast. And if you want to join, feel free to join us at the Streamcation Discord server, which you can get on with the link in my About tab, or visit streamcation.live. The Discord link should be there. And if you're having any issues, feel free to comment on my YouTube channel, which is also linked on my About tab, if you have any issues trying to get into the Discord server. And I believe... Oh yeah, and if you do want to join, before I forget, you must be 18 or older to join in the podcast episodes. If you want to join us in VR, the worlds are always private, so make sure to ping my username in the Discord server on my stream channel, text channel, and yeah, we'll go on from there. Alright, y'all, take care, bye-bye, and like always, until the next time.
Shabbat.
Deuces!